all right. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Loose Talk. My name is Osagie Alunga.
My name is
Here
Ayomide
with
Tayo.
Mr.
Yeah,
Ayomide Tayo, aka AOT2. And we're also here with SDCLR.
What is that one again?
Steve did a Canada lead researcher.
Lead researcher. Okay.
I'm putting everything
Wow.
together.
Nigerians are titles. Nigerians are titles.
Alphabet boy. Now these titles that they use, now they use go to buy now. Why they like that?
True now. Climate
Climate
change.
change. Some people don't even know what's climate change.
SDC and the C is for climate.
Yeah. The C is for climate.
The C could be for another thing, but in this one it's for climate. It's for climate, sir.
I don't want to mention. I don't want to mention anybody's name, so it won't be as if maybe we are bullying someone. But the most popular person trending from that event, if you sit the person down and discuss climate change, I'm not sure the person can hold that conversation for a minute. I can bet anything.
And the funny thing is that person,
from the top of my head now.
The funny thing is that person represents change.
From the top of my head now. Yeah.
That person represents change a lot.
He's mad.
Obama no represent change past that person. That's the real change. APC represent change like that.
Why are 1,411 people going
from
to
Nigeria?
Climate change summit?
It does not make sense though.
And these are because I know they put out a press release. They said, some billionaires are also. These guys are not on the. They're not on the official, official
Federal government,
list,
yes.
list.
We know
everybody.
that.
Some other people are still going. Some other people who are involved in climate change, whatever. Those ones are still going. They're going on their own. They're visiting. More Nigerians are going, but 1,411 people, bruv. That is crazy.
That's a jamboree.
Comparing it to the year before. The year before was how many people? I saw 169 or so. I know I saw that
in the group.
I saw
even that 169 self is too much. It's too much. 10 people can go from Nigeria to Dubai or whatever.
People can go. If you know you're not interested though, just go to the Zoom link. Go to the Zoom link and watch what they are saying. It's not climate change. Save the carbon footprint.
I wouldn't even say 10 people because I won't say 10 people because the president is going and his entourage, like the president's entourage, the whole team has to go, right? And I think I was watching like a US diplomat break down the diplomat on Netflix, right? And once they were now breaking down like how the president travels, they were watching some of the scenes and then she was corroborating if it's true or not, right? So these were like diplomats from the White House, and it was a very good content marketing video because at the end of the video they were like, if you want to join like the US diplomat team, please join. Sign up here. It was a very good way to just soften what happens in the White House, and all that. Anyways, back to the stuff. And she was talking about when the president like visits the UK. I think it's about 200 or 300 people that travel with the president, the US president.
Yeah.
Like, they might not all go in Air Force One. They might have their own flights and whatever. Like, it's a whole team. So I would say, okay, the president of Nigeria, most populous black nation in the world, right, wants to go and speak on climate change. And for me, I'm just like, okay, he needs an entourage. But what is the president's regular entourage? That's one. Then two, who are these people? Like, we're seeing some names. And I know nobody wants to dump on Toke here. That's the person we're talking about. Nobody wants to dump on her, right?
There.
To be fair, because that is not the nucleus of the problem. You can't affect. That's the last line of the problem, right? You dump on her, you shout on her, and anything. Okay, they don't pick her the next time. They pick someone else. Are you going to dump and shout on that person? And the only reason why everybody is trying to dump and shout on her, is because she's popular. There are like other people there who aren't popular, so it's not easy to dump on. So I really want us to, but you can't control what happens on
No,
social
you
media.
can't.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's
That's
just what
true.
happens
Yeah,
when you are
you can.
popular.
It just
You're the
happens.
one that
Yeah,
will
yeah.
take the stray
Eh,
bullet for everybody.
if you are
You
representing
understand?
Nigeria, you have to take
But
the straight
the
bullet.
nucleus of the problem, yeah, the nucleus of the problem here is how are 1,400? Like, what are these people going to do? I mean, I just Dubai this thing on our own collects,
Naim now. So
visa on our own
Osage,
collects.
Osage, I want to explain
Are
something
they
to you
going
about
to
Nigeria.
travel? That's also another thing. Are they also going to travel?
Osage, let me explain something to you about Nigerians, right?
Yes, I'm happy to listen.
Because of who we are, like we they hustle too much, right?
Hmm.
Nigerians use any opportunity to sell Japa plans, like to sell visas. Do you remember what happened in the 2018 World Cup in Russia? When Nigerians who bought match zone tickets to go and watch
Mm-hmm.
football games and come back, they used it to migrate and started seeking asylum. You know, do you know how those people got the visas? A licensed, maybe a match agent, someone who knows about how to buy tickets and stuff like that, started using it to hustle to make people travel. Do you understand? To help people
Hmm.
travel. Bro, I've seen this thing down to conferences. You know now, people use conferences, medical
Award
conferences to
shows.
award shows, stuff like that. People within the system, people who know that, oh, people working in that system who knows that, I can use this conference to get visas, will
Yeah.
start collecting money from people. Oh, you want to go to Canada? There's a conference happening in July. It's a medical conference. I can package it for you. When you get there, you go and seek for asylum, stuff like that, right?
Hmm.
And because people are so desperate in Nigeria, bro, now so people they travel now. If you go
Yeah.
to is in Lagos that we are doing Tech Nation, we are doing traveling through schooling. Bro, if you go to the other parts of the country, like where I come from, when I dey grow up, I know they hear say person go abroad go school and then that's so you take jackpot or person do one tech and
A hustle.
immigration skill. No, now visiting visa. And how did they get this visiting visa? Someone will package something for you. Maybe you're going for a conference or you're going for something. That's so. And that's this Dubai thing. All most of the people who were there, including our dear sister. Now Dubai they won't go. We don't think they go Dubai last because they need to agree carry collect Nigerians again. Now Dubai everybody won't go. So that's why they use the opportunity to just I saw a screenshot where the a package was 3.6 million naira to get your name on the list.
For the whole
Yeah, I saw
thing,
a screenshot. I
3.6.
don't know how true it was, but that's just what Nigerians are, and it will not stop. It will continue to be like that.
Interesting. Interesting. I mean, there's a journalist who attended the Headies now in the US.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
I'm from
shout out to
there.
him.
Yeah,
From there, man. He went to seek
Last,
a better
last.
life. Because how many
bro. Down to even band members of the most popular Nigerian musicians,
I remember
bro. Down
Femi
to
Kuti. Did
athletes.
you remember when Femi Kuti went on Twitter and
Yeah.
went
Yes,
on
I
a
went
full
on
It
tour.
rant?
happens to
Yes, I
them all
went
the
on a
time.
full rant,
I
bro.
think it was his
A
drum
lot.
It
kit.
happens to them a lot. People just join their band just because they want to use the opportunity to travel. Bro, Nigerian athletes, they jar from
They
Olympics.
cut.
Every Olympic, the country was
Somebody's
complaining,
missing.
say, so number of Team Nigeria is
Do you know another
missing.
crazy one?
Hmm.
Do you know another crazy one?
Didn't read
Nigerian
through.
Supporters Club. Yeah. It was a
Supporters
racket.
Club.
That one, that's why the association
That's
to
why
No,
be
they
that
had a
first, yeah.
faction or they fought.
thank you. That's why
Is
to be
is
the
financially
leaders.
motivated.
Thank you. That's why to be the leaders in this association is very, very, very lucrative because you can use the opportunity to make money. And part of how you make money is also this traveling thing. Bro.
Now wow. Now
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Anyways, what a way for us to start. How's your week been, guys?
My week has been good. I went on
Well,
like 1 week leave, so I've just been resting. Uh,
And you went on leave before
yeah,
too.
I won't lie. When you said, "Oh, guys, should we just do a throwback episode?" I say, "Hey, Osagie is in the spirit." Yeah,
and people, I mean,
yeah.
that's true. And I wasn't
Yeah.
surprised that people liked it.
Yeah, a lot of old fans said it.
Yeah. It's a good
Okay.
episode. Hope you guys listening liked it.
Yeah, we
We
didn't
didn't have
have.
time to record. Yeah. And yeah, we just put out a very nice throwback. I got some good feedback from the early listeners as well. They really enjoyed it. But I'd like to know if our regular, not regular, but like our more recently um, joined listeners, if they like it as well, if we should
Somebody didn't like
continue. We
that
have
one.
some
She
planned
said she wanted to
episodes.
hear her voice. The baby said she wanted
Somebody
to hear
didn't
her
like it.
voices. This is not what she wanted. Like she wanted the three guys on the pod on Monday. I said, don't worry.
And but we were talking in the
Different
in
strokes,
the on the
different
pod
strokes
now.
for
The one
different
with
folks,
Terry
bro.
now. Shout out to Terry the Rapman as well. Shout out to Terry Madaki. Um, yeah, I haven't talked to him in a minute though. Well, shout out to him. That's an OG right there. Steve, how's your week?
I've been outside in Lagos.
You've
City
been out
boy.
there.
I've been out there, bro. This is the house.
You
This is the most I've been outside this year.
you and Yamuli. Yamuli.
Yeah, we're in a company retreat. So hanging out with colleagues every day. Yeah, we ended with the end of year party on Saturday. That was it. That's how my week went. Just busy, just going around, like just moving around from like apartment to the office like to hang out to colleagues,
And we see
and
the
come back in the
apartment.
morning, go to the office
Osagie,
again,
we see
come
the
back
Change of
inside.
apartment. It be like MTV
clothes.
creeps.
Yeah.
If you shoot MTV
I
creeps
saw it.
inside,
I saw it now. I saw it now. I saw it. Didn't I see? It wasn't it the
no,
one?
so
Oh, it
that one
was
was the
another
room.
apartment.
We you see the whole setup. Oh Lord.
That one was the room.
Yes.
You go
Uh-uh.
visit them. How you take
Yes,
no?
now after
Lagos is
that
small
recording you
now.
were
We went
talking
there.
about, we went there now
Is it,
because I told you
that is
there's
not
a
a
minute
minute.
away
That is
now.
30 seconds away.
We went there now.
It's not a minute. It's not a minute.
I swear, one went back. One went back to the apartments. Yeah,
Are you serious? Who
yeah,
else?
yeah,
Who else?
yeah.
Who else was there with you guys? Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, I had fun. Melody was there. Taj was there. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Cool
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Good. 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 You guys had fun. All right, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into this fan meal. First of all, before we even get into fan meal, right? First things first, we want to say a big thank you to everybody who has been rocking with us. We know you guys rock with us. We see the data at the back end, but just seeing those screenshots of your Spotify
Yeah.
wrapped, right, adds more color to the whole story. So
Yeah.
shout out to you guys. I saw so many
That
screenshots.
Spotify rap
Ooh,
was the evidence that the street philosopher Burna Boy was talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, evidence there, evidence choke. It
the
did. So
evidence choke.
we don't need to explain too much.
No
No
explanations.
explanation. Evidence
No
there.
explanations. Shout out to you guys. Oh, so many screenshots, man. I got so many, notifications. People sent me like DMs and everything. And I was just seeing like top 1%, top
Yeah.
5%, top 8%, like
It's
really
like
good screenshots. Yeah.
as your lead researcher, I did a small research,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Anytime I see someone, talk about loose talk on social media, maybe they're sharing a screenshot of them listening to it, they're sharing the pod or this Spotify rap. I just go and do a little digging about who are these people.
Mm-hmm.
They always turn out to be like really good people, dope people, like people who have the shit together. What
Yep.
does that mean?
Yep. I agree. I agree
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Guys and girls.
And girls, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
The ladies and
Yeah,
the gents. We
Top
go
people.
top
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
quality people.
Quality
It
people.
means, see, bro, you are what you consume.
Yeah, yeah,
You
that's
are
true.
what you consume. It just shows that their taste their
Yeah,
taste is refined.
yeah.
That's what it shows.
Yeah,
That's what it shows. And I'm
that's dope.
proud to have these people listen to us, week in, week out.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
For the ones who reached out to us, for the ones who listen to us, keep rocking with us. It's a very diverse audience.
yeah,
Very diverse audience. But one thing I noticed about almost everybody that I've interacted with is they're very passionate and they have their shit together.
yeah. They do. They
Even when
actually.
they're figuring things out,
Yes, yeah,
they have their shit together. So I want to say thank you again. So many like fam, it was a lot. It was a lot. And it just shows, it's a nice way to just validate some of the things that we do,
yeah,
on this
man.
podcast. We just come here and talk. That's what we do. But
I
look at what's
swear.
happening.
Yeah,
We just come here and talk. Just come here and have some nice. At times we'll argue when we have the energy
yeah,
to argue. Not all the time we argue, but we just come here and talk and boom, 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 boom. We're
yeah,
out of the office.
yeah,
So
yeah.
shout out to everybody, that rocked with us. Yeah. What do we have? Anything from the Spotify gang? Ooh, Spotify giants. Joshua Gapsiso. Shout out to Joshua Gapsiso. Do you guys
Yeah,
know who
now I
Joshua
know that name
Gapsiso is?
anyway.
I remember the name from the old, like for the old iteration. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to him. He says lead researcher was interrupted when he tried to give a shout out to Kings. That's the guy who did the "What's Your Budget" that Steve
Oh,
was
okay,
talking
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
about.
yeah,
okay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That
That's
had
true.
done that did the billing. Yeah,
Yeah.
the stuff goes viral. Shout out to him. Susie says I'm 20 and I'm very very familiar with Nigeria.
What?
That was the in
That's the
reference
Nigerian
to.
conversation that we had.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. She's 20 and very. So it means you were five. For a
oh,
5 year
okay,
old,
but
yeah, yeah,
she
yeah,
fine, fine.
she
You
was
were
she's
watching.
familiar with Nigeria, but was she familiar with Global Sounds? That is the throwback.
Yo, don't
That's
do
the real
that.
throwback.
Global sound.
That's the
That's
true
the true
test.
test. That's the true test.
Global
Global
Sounds.
sounds. Yeah. For those who don't know, let's do.
how's the,
I
is it,
just dropped this
Yeah.
thing. I
how's the
want to move
So
on.
program?
that's the program
Yeah.
that gave birth to
Global
Nigeria.
sounds was
Nigeria.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Global Sounds was a TV show that was hosted on, I think,
Yes.
terrestrial TV
Yeah.
at the time,
yeah,
AIT,
yeah.
etc, etc, hosted by Kwame himself, and
Sure.
then morphed into a TV station. You know whose story is also
Who I
very
know.
similar to that?
Sound City.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. True
Sound
that.
City too, the same thing. Sound
Yeah, Sound
City
City. Sound
used to
City used to
be
be a 30 minutes
Yeah.
program when
Then
I
morphed
first
fantastic,
started
into
watching.
TV
Yeah,
station.
fantastic.
yeah. That's
Morphed into
true.
a
That's
TV
true.
station, and
That's
that's
true.
like a
That's
lot
true.
of growth. I think
Yeah,
Nigerian television programming at some point was
Yeah.
really peak.
yeah, yeah. It
And
was.
if you
It
didn't
was.
consume any foreign thing, you were like really
Well,
satisfied with the
okay.
Nigerian content you consumed. Of course,
Yes.
that balance was good, because
Yes.
Overbed would then show you the
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx show, etc,
Yeah.
etc, or you were watching your South American show. But Nigerian television programming, like in
Was
the
top.
2000s, I think
Top.
it hit
Yeah.
its peak in the
Top.
2000s.
My favorite was the Big Friday show, bro.
Yeah,
Top.
that
And basketball.
MTV base, right?
MTV base. No, no, not
Yeah.
the MTV base. The Basketman own.
Yeah,
That's the
MTV
MTV.
It
Was
was
base.
it
MTV.
on
The
MTV base?
MTV
Yeah,
It
base
was
that's
MTV
basketball
true. That's
base.
thing.
It
true.
was an MTV based
Yeah.
production. Yeah. So if you look at there was peak programming in 2000s and it was huge. I'm talking about Family Circle
Yeah, Family
before we
Circle
even
was the
go to Everyday
first.
People.
Yeah.
Bro. Bro, I want to go back to
Family
Charlie
Circle,
Boy. I
Oh
want to
my
go back to Charlie Boy
lord.
show, bro.
the Charlie Boy show.
Hey, God,
The
my
rookies. Do you know
God.
who were rookies on Charlie Boy show?
Can
Tunde
remind
Awumi
me.
Oh,
Obe were rookies
Alibaba.
on the Charlie Boy show.
TA.
Alibaba,
Alibaba
Stella
was
yeah, that's where,
Damasos. Stella
yeah.
Damasos was on that
Charlie Boy
show.
show.
Bro, name everybody.
The Charlie Boy
I can't remember
show.
Stella on that show. I can't remember Stella
The
on that
Charlie Boy
show.
show was basically like our
Yeah, yeah. It was like
living
a
color, right?
variety sketch show where anything could literally happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
This is not
anything
the
could happen.
news.
Oh,
What's the name of that guy
man,
that
Yeah.
used to do
come on.
Candid
the
camera. There was also
crazy
Candid camera.
stuff?
The Wiz.
What's his name?
60 seconds. 60 seconds of bullshit with
The
the Wiz.
Wiz.
Oh, yeah.
I
Guy
saw
would
that guy
just come
last
and
year.
just bullshit for like, bro. Think about
Yeah, it's called The King now.
for real.
I saw him last year. It's
You
called
did
The
what?
King.
Where is
We'll,
he?
we'll talk after the pod. Where I saw him.
Hey.
We'll talk after the pod. Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk after the pod. There was that. There was
Mhm.
this is not the news. I remember the candy camera, like the pranks,
Yeah,
that
that was
they
Charlie
do
Boy.
today
It was
that
Charlie
goes
Boy that did
viral and
that.
all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they started the
Mhm.
pranks and all that. Candy
Yeah.
camera. Today Umi Obi were exceptional. Bruv, let me tell you, man. Peak programming, peak television. Enough shows.
2000s.
Everyday People then came. There was a Family
I
Circle
loved
we just
I
mentioned.
loved everyday people. Come man, I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
everyday
See,
people.
It
Man.
was,
Everyday
it
People
was
was everyday
legit a
people.
street.
Everyday
Just
when-
neighbors on a street dealing with
Yeah.
everyday wala, everyday problems.
TV was so interesting. TV
TV
was so
was
interesting. I remember
was
Dear
interesting.
Mama. Dear
Yeah.
Mama.
Fuji out of commotion.
Dear Mama. Then of
know,
course.
Checkmate.
yes,
I'm not gonna
yes,
get
yes.
is
of
goated though.
Checkmate.
That's
Yes.
OG.
No,
No,
yes.
Yeah.
Goat. Checkmate
And
was
then the greatest of all,
Oh fuck.
I need to
I
know.
need to know.
Oh,
Oh
I want to
my
get to
God.
that, but I want to touch on all what's his name?
Well, I don't know.
Super Story guy. What's his name again?
Should we do
Wale
it? Should
Adenuga
we do a list
production.
of the top, the greatest TV shows in Nigeria?
Super Story,
Yeah. Papa
Oddworld,
Jasco.
and
Oddworld was not
and This
nationally.
Life.
Oddworld
And
was not
This Life.
nationally syndicated.
But This
Yeah.
Life was nationally
Yeah,
syndicated.
easily
Right?
now. Come on.
That's why
Yeah.
Oddworld was not as
Yeah.
popular as This Life.
Yes, it wasn't.
Papa Jasco,
But
Binta, my
these
daughter.
shows were
Come
damn
on.
freaking
Come on. Checkmate, Fortune.
Binta was so big.
Yes,
Did you
now.
ever read
Who
the
didn't read
Binta
Wale
comics?
Adenuga comics back then? You read it now. It's mad, man. Checkmate, Fortune.
Greatness.
Come on. It's greatness, man.
It's greatness.
We thank God. And not
It's greatness.
My name is Koforola Faulkner.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've
What's the
forgotten
name of
it.
that show?
One of the problems we have
Yeah,
with
Palace.
TV right now is
Palace.
we don't have anything that's nationally syndicated on terrestrial.
Candlelights.
Because we watch all these things on terrestrial TV.
Do you know that
Not pay TV.
that candlelight
So we
you
don't have
said,
anything.
you know that
that's
candlelight you said
nationally
now? That
syndicated.
character Do Good. Remember Do Good, Basotaya Jr. That to me was the first
Yes,
depiction
yes,
of
yes,
a
yes.
worry guy. Like that was when I really understood.
Yes.
Oh, this is what is
Yeah,
happening in that part of the nation, and that was just
Yeah.
brilliant. You just writing back then, and that's what broke Basotaya Jr. nationwide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what broke him
That's
nationwide.
what. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what broke him. Attention. That's what broke him.
Basoj is a brilliant actor. Was a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
Same, man.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
always toasting Ketenshaw. Ketenshaw was like the
Yeah, there's this
housemaid.
movie. There's this series that he did
I
with
think Tavares.
RMD. What's the
I can't
title of the
remember that one.
series? No. Sorry, Stage Babyface and
So that's
RMD.
Diamond
Sorry.
Drink. That's Diamond Drink. It's not.
What's the name of-
Okay.
It's not a TV show. No.
No. There's a TV series that RMD was this rich guy, and Teju Babyface was his son that he didn't identify. He didn't know.
Oh,
He
man, I
didn't
don't
know that
know
he had
this
his son, right? And the guy was trying to reconnect with his
I don't know
dad.
this one.
Like it's a long story.
That's mad. That's mad. I was just remembering Palace again. Antalani, like the set alone.
You know what?
The
That was
sets,
it.
oh, man.
It was this time
Let's go
in this
into-
country where you could say Saturday 8 p.m. or Friday 7 p.m. or Saturday 9 p.m. Nigerians were watching something. You could identify that show. Yes.
Everybody, yes, everybody.
Then on
Everybody
Monday,
went to their
yeah.
set to watch something. Even the
Go to Aye.
Yoruba series.
and you know that on Monday,
like
yeah,
I think that
on
was, like,
Monday,
Thursday
everybody's talking
night.
about it. You're having conversations about it. There is no show like that anymore. There is no show in the whole of Nigeria.
Facts. And even when
Yeah.
reality show came, right? Reality shows.
Oh, that
Like,
show was
Google
the first
Ultimate
season.
Search.
Oh my lord.
The first season of
no,
Google
no.
Ultimate Search.
Nigerians were quiet during that period. That 1 hour, 2 hours. Oh no, they don't.
The very first season
You
of
never
Google
take-
Ultimate Search, the second season.
Yeah.
You know, like when
You never
reality
take like to
show
go on
came,
Gen Street. There's no. No.
no,
You're watching football.
it was like watching
Yeah.
football.
But now,
like watching a football game.
I know Africa Magic is trying with their shows. Well, I don't think there's any nationally. There's a national show that grips people like that. I don't think there's any show like that again.
The reason why there's no national syndicate, or maybe the reason why there are no longer like popular TV formats in Nigeria is because there's nothing that is nationally syndicated on terrestrial
Yeah.
radio and TV anymore. You know,
Yeah.
stuff. So
And that's
everything's on
because
TV,
let's
and people
continue
can't
it.
Yeah, people can't afford it.
No, that's because they are not producing
Yeah.
as
So
many
TV stations
shows.
now.
Yes.
TV stations are now
okay.
just like
So
radio.
that
They are
makes sense.
basically selling airtime. They are not creating anything anymore. You know, like it's a significant part of AIT's history was when they decided to just started selling airtime for political events. So all those entertainment shows that you loved, all those
Yeah.
kiddie shows you loved, were being hijacked by one random gigawatt PDP convention, which was really annoying. And other TV stations just started suits that way. You know, I don't think they show cartoons on terrestrial TV anymore like we had back then. You know, and it's just all Tales by. I don't know if NTA still does Tales by Moonlight. That was a show that kids were watching Sunday evening. You already know.
Sunday
we don't
evening.
Yeah,
joke with-
and from Tales
you
by
don't
Moonlight,
joke with Tales
it
by
will take
Moonlight.
you.
Dun, dun,
It
dun,
will take you to
dun,
that
dun.
Fortunes or Checkmate till NTA Newsline comes. That's when you know that
Yeah.
when Newsline comes in, everybody go and
Yeah.
sleep.
9 o'clock.
Everybody go and sleep.
Zero Stormer.
Yeah, Newsline sleep
Newsline
time
is
for
sleep
you, but
time.
sometimes
Sleep
Newsline
time.
was so interesting that the child you want to watch. The days of Franco Lizzie,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
the days
You
of
watch
Franco
Newsline. I
Lizzie,
watch Newsline.
Yinka
Yeah,
Craig, all those people there. Yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
mad. Well,
yeah.
no, he died.
Yinka Craig
He's
is still
dead.
alive, right?
I think Yinka Craig is dead.
Sadiq Umar
I'm not
Sadiq
sure. I know he
Daba is
was
Sadiq
still
sick
Daba.
one
alive.
time, but I don't know if he's still alive though. I don't know if he's
Okay.
still alive.
Okay. So these are like TV grades because the way they evolved to
Yeah, yeah,
AM Express too, right?
Yes,
The AM
Sadiq
Express.
Daba. Sadiq Daba passed
yeah,
away 2021.
yeah.
Yinka Credit passed away too.
Yinka Craig passed before him,
Um, yeah, Rika
way
died
before him.
past. Yeah, way before. Way
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Oh, damn.
I
Sad.
think NT has lost
That's sad
its
stuff.
leadership position in terms of creating wholesome family content for people.
That's not a problem. It's just that they
No, it's a problem
didn't.
because
It is a problem.
no,
Is
Did
the
these
whole
guys
country?
write books?
no,
Did
I
these
don't
It's the
guys
think
whole
so.
write
country.
books?
Everything has
Look
deteriorated.
at
Like the
BBC, still the
quality has.
BBC. BBC
Yeah.
leads, what the British public consumes. NT has fallen short of that. And it started when they started buying South American soap operas. Remember when they started doing that thing? And we loved it, but they started straying far from their ideals back then. It was a dangerous
It was
thing.
dangerous. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was dangerous.
No, no, before
It
Ben
was Ben
Bruce.
Bruce now.
No,
It was
before
Ben
Ben
Bruce that
Bruce.
was in charge. Yeah.
Yeah, which
It was
these
before
people
Ben
was
Bruce.
that?
You're sure?
No,
I believe it was Ben Bruce.
which also cry.
It was
Lady
Ben
of the
Bruce
Rose
now.
was way before Ben Bruce now. Secret of the Sound. No,
It was
this
just
was
before
before
Ben
Ben
Bruce
Bruce
time.
time now. Ben Bruce came.
We're not saying when they started showing it. We're just saying when it
Oh, that
became
one became too
too
much. Yes,
much.
yes.
Like when it became
But it started early
the programming
nineties,
strategy.
which also
Yeah.
cry. Secret of the Sun, the Sarah. They could not produce nationally syndicated shows anymore, so they're acquiring them from South America for cheap.
Because it became very
Yes,
expensive to start shooting those shows, and it was
yes,
cheaper to actually buy those
yeah.
shows and then put those shows on air, and then get the
Advertising,
audience,
yeah.
and then get the advertising. Like the
Was
whole
it? Yeah.
process was just easier. The guys who were producing the local shows were giving them like the big budget, and they were like, "I'll just buy this this trash show from South
Yeah,
Africa."
South America
I said
for
South
cheap.
Africa, from South America, right? That is dubbed, that they've
Yeah, the
dubbed English
sinking is
on top
bad.
of it,
Yeah,
and then I'll run it. I'll run it. Program is dope, and boom, I get my advertising. So it was a cheap, more
yeah,
affordable business model for them. And then they just moved ahead with it. And what that did was just further sink the creative industry in Nigeria
yeah,
because people didn't even have the money. Then shout out to, it was a multi-choice that started buying these Nigerian shows, right? But again, what comes with multi-choice is like a lot of quality. And so some of the shows that would naturally run on terrestrial TV won't necessarily run on multi-choice. It's a thing about of quality again, right? So that's what happened.
That's true. That's
You
true.
won't run Tales by Moonlight on cable now.
it's not good
No,
for
no, no,
cable.
no.
Yeah,
You understand?
Yeah.
But the content of Tales by Moonlight is so good that you can always run it on what? You can always run it on regular, like, TV, right? You
Traditional
can run
TV.
it on NTA or whatever. So that was also a problem. Yes, man, you look at the good old days, we sound like some bunch of old guys that
Yeah,
just miss the
but
past.
please, what happened to Nigeria though? When after they turned to a
I
film
know they
station,
got funding from
what
somewhere. I
situation
can't
happened?
remember. I know there was a Toyi Sube conversation somewhere, and when the whole thing with Toyi Sube happened, it affected them somehow. I don't know, but I think they still won. But I don't think they're as popular as before.
Yeah, I know they went to, what's the name of
High
that cable
TV.
TV that
What's Toyi Sube?
rivals
High TV. Yeah,
High TV, that rival.
and
Yeah,
Nigeria was
the
on that.
Nigeri was there. They did their thing as well. Shout out to Kwame. They did their thing as well. And you just look at it, and it's amazing, man. It's amazing. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to this podcast before we start reminiscing or over reminiscing. Um, we're in fan mail. Fan mail. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hi guys. Keep me anonymous. Love, love, love the podcast, and I hope you all are doing great. Straight to my reason for writing. I love this person. I love this. I want to hear your opinion on the comparison between Odumodu Black and Black Bones, especially with regard to how much Black Bones has consistently promoted himself and Odumodu's instantaneous success and public acceptance. Also, do you think Black Bones has achieved the success Odumodu achieved with any of his songs? I think while Black Bones marketing appeals to people, it doesn't necessarily translate into streams. Would love to hear your thoughts. Who wants to go first?
So the person said Odumodu's instantaneous success. Odumodu Black does not have instant success. He has been grinding for a bit. At least I've known him for like 3 or 4 years. So he didn't just pop up from anywhere. He has been grinding. This is just the moment when he had a major label behind him and they had enough funds and he had the right music for people to push out. Concerning Black Bones, I don't think you should be concerned with the streams because let's face the fact, streams in Nigeria are very, very doctored. Let's just say 100%. So don't judge an artist by his streams. I've been to shows, at least 6 or 7 shows, where Black Bones has performed and he has had one of the best performances. He always has one of the best performances. People know his hit singles word for word. He might not have an intensive single like a Declan Rice or a Elon Musk, but trust me, he has bangers and he can give you close to an hour of good songs. So Black Bones is fine. I don't see any room of any comparison. I know that he likes to push himself on social media a lot, and that's a strategy that has worked well with him. He has this kind of troll type of way of pushing himself on social media, and it works well in this generation. And to me, it has helped him grow his profile immensely on social media. And it's not that he stops there. It's not as if he's just giving you funny vibes or funny skits. He has the songs to push it. And it works well for him. Look at the man's success. He says he has houses, he has cars everywhere. His mother is living good. Bro, what else do you want? I think the problem in Nigeria is that we keep using the same measure or level of success for everybody. Taylor Swift is still. I checked the highest number of grossing tours this year. Taylor Swift was number one. No, they don't even calculated Taylor Swift yet because Anne is still there. Drake was like number 10. And Drake is like the rap god right now. Shows you that there's still a huge level between rap and pop music and country music. You can't keep comparing, a Black Bones or Dumodu Black to filling out the O2 Arena. Not everybody's going to fill out the O2 Arena. And those artists will be successful in their own right. They'll be okay. So Black Bones is doing well for himself. Odumodu is just out the gate. He's fresh. Black Bones is more seasoned and he has a more leveled career. And that is what you want as a rapper. Look at all like Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes are used almost 3 decades in the business right now. There are people that were selling Busta Rhymes at one point, but where are they? So to me, I'd rather prefer a Black Bones career that is measured, is leveled, and I can ride that way for 10, 15, 20 years. Black Bones has done 10 years in industry in case people don't know. I first knew him in 2012, 2013 when he was rapping. 10 years from now, look at where he is. So it's fine.
Thank you very much, Mr. Our resident musicologist
Thank you very much.
and expert. Steve, do you have anything to add?
Why?
Because
Why
we
would I-
usually take turns in
Okay,
giving
okay.
feedback to the
In what we know,
families.
in things that we know about.
Yeah, do you just want to say pass, which is
Yes,
That's like
okay.
Mikael.
Okay.
that's
Okay,
what
so
you
that's
just say. Why
that's
is it how difficult can it just be for a Nigerian to just say pass? And you now made me go through this
I
whole
I
rumble.
know I'm Nigerian, but I don't like when you identify it, like when you say it like that.
I don't understand. You're a Nigerian. I say how difficult can it be for a Nigerian?
When this one says, Nigerian, there's this Nigerians people used to do. Like he's not. I don't think he connotes positivity or brilliance or exception. Like it means all of us are just dumb or something
No
like
vex.
that. Do you get?
Champion of Nigeria, no
I
vex.
don't get.
Uh,
I don't
okay.
get.
Wow.
I don't get. No vex, like I said.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
But
I mean,
the question was just about why is Black Bones not as popular as Odumodu, right?
it's the question leans towards that in terms of like recent success.
Yeah. I think you're just trying to, how do I put it? You are trying to use another person's story to judge another person, right? Black Bones is going to, because we used to have this conversation about
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
Bones like
yeah.
4 years ago. Remember,
Yeah.
we thought that we didn't used to like him. But we kept saying that you keep making all this noise on social media, and it's not reflecting on the record. Like you're not giving us the records. And he's starting to do that. And with the consistency that he has, he's going to have a breakout hit, like a confirmed, like certified hit on the level of Udumodu and be as popular too, right? If he still doesn't have it, it's fine. He can be a consistent C list, a B list rapper, right? And still be making his money and be doing good, right? Because a rapper is having, because Odumodu is having a run where he's having like the top one of some of the top songs in Nigeria, that doesn't mean every rapper must have it to be successful. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, yeah. I think like you guys have alluded to, the timelines are very different from for both of them. The timelines are extremely different. Odomodu's timeline is very, very different from Blackbone's timeline, right? Blackbones did the Terry the Rapman Zombie Challenge in 2010 and came out, I believe, second.
No,
Boogie
I
came
think
out
he was the
first.
first. Boogie came second. Yeah.
Oh, he was first, then Boogie was
I can't
second. Who
remember.
was
This was
third again? There's
011
one
or
guy
12.
who
Oh.
came
I think
third.
it was 011 or 12.
This is no, this is
Yeah,
okay. Zombie
012. Yeah.
Challenge is 012. Yeah, 011, 012. That's when it dropped. And if you look at it, right, that's 10 years plus in the game. 10 years plus in the game, multiple mixtapes. He has 14 projects or so. This is multiple mixtapes. I remember we listening to Last Time
Yeah,
Under in like
that's his
2016
Lagos
at
era, his
Social
trap
Media Week
era.
or something. You understand? And Steve and I were like bumping it at the back. We had a desk and we're bumping. I was all like, man, these Black Bones, that's 2016. That's 7 years ago.
That's true.
You
No,
know,
that's true. That's true. That's true.
that's
I
seven
just
years ago.
remember.
So there are different timelines. And they dropped, hip hop albums this year. And the albums are a bit similar because they revolve around the same kind of topics, right? Opulence, women, sex, drugs, blah, 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 right? Which is what it is. So they are not in the same conversation in terms of like just trying to push them together, even though they trying to drop the body of work and they will probably make like the same lists, etc, etc, but like two different timelines. In terms of like the music or the albums they dropped this year, I like Odumodu Black's album, right? I just like it because it matches his energy, the composition of the songs, etc, etc, right? And for Black Bones, right, I think my own like review of it is Emeka Must Shine isn't that it's a good album, no doubt, but isn't that much
Young
different
Preacher
from
album.
the
Yeah.
Young
Yeah,
Preacher album,
the Young Preacher album. It's
the
true.
album
It's true.
before. Like you
It's
could
You
true.
could
you
swap the
could swap
titles
them,
and it's
That's
still work.
right? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, you could swap
that's
the
true.
titles, and that's fine if you dropped an album that is an album. But I just feel like in this day and age, like give me something just a bit different, or like I like when he talks about like his
That was a very
strange
good one.
relationship with his dad.
Yeah, that was a
He
good
did
one.
God,
that on
yeah.
Tesla Boy. He did that on Tesla Boy on the Odumodu Black record when he said he went and met his dad and his dad looked at him and said, like people were hailing, like I like that story. Like move beyond, oh, I have this chill, I'm going to knock you for 5 hours overnight. Like Odumodu, this is Odumodu's first time doing all that. So yeah, that's dope. All these 9 hours I will knock you, or all these Shikari and come my side, Alambaram, like that's fine. But it's your first time out. But like for like Black, you did that on like Young Preacher and you did it well, right? And so like on a Maker Must Shine, I need to see some sort of like you've now made money, you've come into wealth, you have money. How has that
Yeah.
affected your lifestyle?
Affected your lifestyle, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. How has that affected your personality? How has that affected your relationship? How has that affected your relationship with your
Your
mom?
POV.
People you need to take care
Yeah.
of, stuff like that. I want to see, yes, I want to see that. And it also doesn't need to be done in hip hop style. I think Black Bones does exceptionally well when he comes from a hip hop angle. Like when he writes and he has to rap, he does it. He's like exquisite. I think when he has to do pop music, which is not like his strongest core, he he does it in a way where there's a specific formula and it works, and I'm just going to do that, and I don't have time to tweak it. I don't have time to bring some of this
Yeah.
nuance like that when I do hip hop music and put it into these pop records. I'm just going to make hip hop record, right? So when you say like Ice Spice,
That's a pop
it's just going
record.
to be a pop record. And then you have like Yeah, you have like 10 other records like that. Like the album is you know your head is a dope album. The mixing, the mastering, the composition and everything is dope. But you just feel like I need some more. I need a
Mm-hmm.
bit of depth. I just need a bit for me to just hold on, for me to always go back and say, oh, I listened to Young Preacher. Now let me listen to Emeka Must Shine, which
Yeah.
is older version of him. See, it's like when you listen to like Blueprint One and the Black Album. I know Blueprint Two is like in the
Yeah.
middle, but you get my point. My point being is that you see some growth. There's a clear growth in with Jay Z rapping in 2001 in the
Yeah.
Blueprints
Huge
and
leap.
Black
Yeah,
Album.
huge
Like
leap.
it's different. The way yeah, do you get what I'm saying? And so I want to see that from like artists, and I've seen it from MI. When MI dropped the first album, what's the name? I like calling it MI1,
Mm-hmm.
but Talk About It, right? You listen to Talk About It, and then you listen to MI2, and you see
I think it's
some
because he's
level of
self-reflective. He's
growth
a very
in how he's
self-reflective
making.
person, and he always acts like, "Where am I in
Mm,
my life right now?" And he always mirrors his art at that time.
yeah, yeah. Like you never, MI was never going to make a record like if nobody talks about you
No,
on
because he didn't have
Talk
that.
About It.
Nobody was talking
Because he
about him.
didn't even
Nobody was talking
he didn't have that
about him then.
perspective.
Yeah, where you be?
Exactly. You know, or he's not gonna make a Africa rapper
Yeah,
number one record yet because he wasn't number one. So at the time, I mean, when he
It
dropped
was
Talk About It. So I like to see growth from a musician's point every time. Sorry, same thing like AQ, right? You hear like God's Engineering, Golden, God's Engineering 2. There's God's Engineering 2, you can clearly see that he's battling, not battling, but like, oh, he's coming to wealth. And there's a difference between when he started, or like difference between
yeah, I get you.
you guys get my point. Like we've seen multiple Master Ace, Jay Z, Nas, this Nas King's Disease series. You
Yeah,
can clearly
yeah,
see
you
the
can
growth.
clearly see what's happening there.
You can see the difference between King's Disease 1 and King's Disease 2. Like you clearly see it. Is King's Disease 1 is dark. King's Disease 2 is in a happy state and he's flowing. Even the
Okay.
production is lighthearted. I want to see that more from even like our pop artists. Don't just give me, back to back. That's why I like when Davido
mm-hmm.
did A Good Time,
And timeless.
A Better Time, Time. I love that
Timeless.
series.
Yeah.
And it started from what? It started from just the album title. And the album title kind of directed him and guided him in which path he needs to go. So I want to see that. And that's why I'm going to go back to this, right? And I'll say again, like social media and just like hearsay kind of dampened
More love
Let's
Mexico.
Go. What's the name of the album? More Love, Let's Go. I'm telling you, that album is the sequel to the previous album. What's the name of the previous album again?
Intro.
Made
The
in
one that had
Lagos.
Mid
Essence.
Lagos.
Made in Lagos.
Made in
It's the
Lagos.
sequel to Made in Lagos. The sound is P2J. Like the
I
sound
think
is very similar, but you see that it's almost like an extension. It's almost like, okay, I'm done with Made in Lagos. Like this is more of
I
it's the
think the
same flow.
problem
It's the same.
I think
I'm
the
telling
problem with
you,
the
I
album was
love
how
that
it was
album.
rolled out initially. I think and the choice of
There was too
singles.
much
The choice
expectation.
of
They were
singles
looking for, I
were
don't know.
because my
Yeah,
favorite song, Who Needs to Know? I think yeah, Flowers. Bro, bro.
Flowers.
The vocal performance on Whiskey on that song is his best to date. That is the song you should have led with, like,
I'm
fuck you
telling you.
niggas, I'm coming hard. But I get it. Sometimes it happens like that. Every artist always has that one album that is undervalued, but years later, people now be like, oh, well, that was actually a very good album. Yes, it happens. I think for
Bro,
yeah.
the record that P Prime did. Oh
I also think
man, that record is silly. Even
I also
the
think
intro,
that
nobody like me, swagger
I
like
also think
me.
that because
It's
the
just
year he dropped it in was a year where one person basically monopolized all the attention and everybody was chasing his formula and trend.
Hmm.
So that was what happened. That's Ashake. Ashake really
That's
fucked up a lot of
Ashake,
people's
right?
year last year, because everyone wanted to start doing crowd vocals, everyone wanted to start doing
Yeah,
his own street style of Amapiano. So the whole world was like, oh,
yeah,
this is what we are listening to.
yeah.
And it's all good. Good music is good music. It will
Yeah.
last no matter what.
That's also another person you just mentioned. Like, look at Ashake's first album and his second album. His first album is just going high pace, boom, 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 boom,
Lonely
boom.
at the
Second
top,
album,
lonely. He's lonely
step
at the
back,
top now. He knows
relax,
that he's at the top.
relax. Then he literally, even when you hear a 230, 230 is
It
it
can't.
won't even fit into the first album,
It
even though
can't.
it's still the Amapiano and the style, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a bit relaxed, And this is okay. I don't hustle, hustle, hustle.
Let's
I'm
go to the club
coming
by
to some.
2:30 now.
Let me
Let's
chill.
chill. Let's relax. No need. Let's cool vibes. Yeah.
You get
And that is very hard
2:30.
for you to do in a
Oh yeah,
very.
carton.
It's very hard for you to do in that a chaotic year where you are just going for shows, and you're performing. For you to still have that self-reflection, time for self-reflection, is mad.
I'm very surprised he dropped an
No, he's
album the
Olami.
next year.
He's
Like
Olami the formula. Olami,
that's
Olami,
crazy.
don't tell her
I
now.
think the only the first
Olami, don't tell her. That's his formula.
yeah, that was crazy. Like with all that momentum, I'm not dropping an album for a year, at least a year in this fast-paced environment. If it wasn't fast-paced environment and it was the years before, I'm not dropping a.
You're doing
Oh,
3
that
years.
album is doing 3
Yeah,
years. That's what P Square are
yeah.
doing now. P Square will give you 2 years.
P
Give
Square,
me 2
Two
years
Face,
before
all
I
of
give
them
you a
were
new
doing
one.
2 years. The bunch, two
Give me
years.
2 years. Yeah. Two Face would do
Oh
04,
eight.
oh
Yeah,
06, oh
yeah.
09. The oh 09
Oh
album
10.
flopped. It came back. Okay, I'll give you oh 010. After oh 010, I give you
Oh 12.
oh 011. No, oh 012,
Yeah.
which is Away and Beyond, which is also
Like I
another
said,
slept on Two Face
do you know why
album.
it was
I'll
slept
argue
on?
to you
You know why it was
that's
slept
a
on?
top 4 Two Face
Because
album,
Whiskey
right?
and Davido were dropping songs
Why?
every 3 months. They were dropping songs every 3 months.
That's my
True.
third best. That's my third
That was a
favorite.
solid album.
Yeah, Two Faces album. Two Face album.
No, it's your fourth.
Why can't it
It's
be
your
third?
fourth. It can't be your third.
So
Like
the
it's my
first,
fourth. It's my
no,
fourth.
the
My
first two.
fourth,
Because there's
second.
first
Let's leave the
two face,
first two
there's
alone.
grass
There's
to be
first two
Uh-huh.
phases. The first two and
Okay, okay, that's
international
before.
edition of
yeah.
But bro,
Those were
Oh, it's
if you didn't hear those albums
fourth,
you just
it's the fourth,
mentioned,
yeah, it's the
those
fourth.
4 albums,
yeah.
I dare any Nigerian singer bring out 4 of your best. Go toe to toe
No,
to
no,
Baba.
that's,
And not hit you.
Yeah,
We're talking about showmanship
that's
that's the
of
tough.
greatest.
your artistry, depth of records, vocal performance. No.
Two Face. Two Face sing for
Hey,
Away and Beyond.
no,
Is
really sang.
sing.
He really went.
Jesus Christ.
That's where they sample India,
Bro.
sampled India music.
Those albums.
He went all the way to India to sample music.
Ah,
I was like, Baba,
man.
Every time when I look into
That
your
Baba
boy
the
eyes,
sing.
sing.
Kai.
Oh man.
no,
No, Two
no,
Baba
no, no,
nah.
no.
It's a goat. It's
It's
a
the
goat.
Two
goat.
Baba is
It's a
the
goat.
greatest. Don't worry.
It's the
Don't worry.
goat.
Nobody else.
It's the goat. That's
Don't
why
worry.
I saw your
Yeah,
tweet.
did they want to have that discussion on
It's
social media?
It's a good.
Everybody
good.
come ready with
Yeah,
references.
I
No, no,
don't
no, no.
think anybody contests
Nobody can
him.
argue it.
I don't think anybody contests. Two Face has the most features
Yeah,
Yes.
as an artist.
During his run.
he's the
Yeah.
most
Yes.
impactful.
It's crazy.
You know, he created the first
Yep.
Yeah.
Afrobeat masterpiece. That is first of all, first claim. There was no classic
Yes.
album before Two Face coming out. You know,
Olamide has a song called
Yeah.
Two Face Flow or something where he dedicates the delivery and cadence of the song
The
to
kind of the
Two Face.
pattern, the pattern of his rhymes, even on pop records. Two Face is the.
a lot of people
like,
don't know.
come on,
A lot of people don't know
I don't
that
know where to start.
his range is
Two
mad.
Face is too.
Two Face will do
Two Face is
R&B,
too
pop,
good.
reggae, roots rock. He will do hip hop
Bro,
again.
raga,
Come on
any.
now, don't fuck with the boy.
Hey, God.
Two Face will wake up and do a record called Dancing in
Dancing
the
in the
Rain.
Bro, you don't consider Body and you don't consider Body and Soul a classic, like a classic from the point of like from the quality of not the impact.
If I were to review it back then, I won't give it a 5/5.
No, it's a,
I'll
it's
probably
a
give
4
it like
over
a
5.
4
It's a 4.
or 4.5.
I listened to it last year. A lot of records still hold up. A lot of records, but I don't think it's flawless though.
Yep.
Yeah,
4
I'll
over
give it
5.
4/5, 4.5. Which records would you call a classic from 99 to
99 to 2004?
classic in the terms of. No, I'm just saying. So you agree with Ayo that Two Faces debut is the first master.
I can't think of any.
Hold on.
let's
Let
go.
me,
Let's go now.
Because you said that you didn't argue. You didn't. You know.
yeah.
I know what you have to
Let
go
me
back.
see, let me see.
You have to go, but
That's why I asked.
but trust me, you
have to go
think
back,
hard
yeah.
and you're like, oh, I don't think I can see any album that's stopping this shit.
Yeah, because I'll say yes because it dropped
Perfection.
before
Yeah.
it dropped before Ghetto
Yeah.
Child. So yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll say yeah. Yeah,
Now
every
hit single
song
now.
on that
Now
album,
hit single.
every song, like forget it even being a hit single.
It's
Every song on that
perfect.
album is perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's raw and perfect. From Infinite Power, right? Where he
Yes.
starts rapping.
Two-Face.
This is someone that has not rapped before.
God
Then your first
damn.
single, your first solo single, when you
Two-Face.
leave your boy band group,
This time.
I'm coming out straight this time.
Go
Coming
back.
out with my own piece of rhyme.
This time.
You know, I'm doing it one way this time.
Yeah.
Now let me, you know, and the
People
thing
were
becomes
rapping
a
allegedly.
staple. Then the beat goes. Then he now says, "Okay, I'm done rapping. Let me now sing." Then the beat,
Right
beat goes.
here.
Dum, dum, dum. Wake up in the
God.
morning when I brush up. Dum, 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 dun, 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 dun.
God, God, God,
You
God,
understand?
God, God.
You
Like,
have to be there. You have to be
My
there.
God,
so everybody's just like, when you
my
get to the part of
God.
Infinite Bow, no matter you know, like
Yeah.
that's your first single.
God.
Nah, come on, man, are you crazy? Come on, man, what's going
Too
on?
Baba.
Ah, Two-Face,
What's good?
man.
The lyrical depth of that album,
What? Of
like, and
Two-Face's,
that's
of
why
Two-Face, yeah.
when Blackface comes and says, "Oh man, Two Face, you know, without me, you went." That's the only place I disagree with Blackface.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
when we had him on the pod, I clearly disagree with him and say, "You can't tell me this man's is not
This
great.
man has
This man's
bangers for
created
days,
this."
man.
The
Yeah.
Two Face wrote Ole. Do you understand? I am calling you
Also,
Ole, cause you
Ole
stole
features one
my
of the
heart away.
best technical rap verses ever in Nigerian hip
Best rap
hop.
verses. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Of
Yes,
course, everyone.
so
make me losing my body and
yes,
soul.
no, you make
Do
me
you
lose my
get what
body
he
and
did there?
soul.
Body and soul,
Oh,
body and
Freestyle
soul,
was what at
body
his
and soul
peak. What
plantation.
at his was at his
You get
peak
it?
then, man. Yeah.
Body and soul album. You making me balloon my body and soul. I no go. No,
see,
nah,
Two-Face.
nah.
I'm just thinking about some of his features during this run. The
I
House Robber
remember
Okaha.
it is. Shout out to
Remember
Smoke,
House Robber
and I.
Okaha?
No, that was the most
Nah,
time.
God.
CP easy.
CPZ.
Plenty like
Let's do
oh
CPZ.
no, forget that, bro.
Let's do Two-Face.
The only thing that pains me about Two Face's career that he's not enjoying this heightened international celebration.
Yeah,
But it's fine.
it's fine. It's fine because in his era, this guy, his movie was a soundtrack to a
Yeah,
Hollywood
bro.
movie.
People
We
were,
lost our mind,
bro. The
bro.
when Two
Fat
Face
girls or whatever
when
it
Two
is.
Face
Like
won
we
that
lost our
EMA,
minds, bro.
a lot of Nigeria
Bro. You know
celebrated.
the, bro,
Say
bro, bro,
somebody
bro,
won,
bro.
a guy from Nigeria. This is not a
Come
guy
on
that returned
now,
from Yankee.
bro. When he came from the airport, it was a
Yes,
story.
now.
Like coming from the airport
Bro,
was
there
an
was a club.
event.
There was a
Him
club
coming back,
party that day.
yeah.
Now,
Come on now. So we can't. I'm not sure he will sit down and say,
yeah,
"Oh, I wish this." No, 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 no. He shouldn't do that
Nah,
bro.
he enjoyed it.
because he enjoyed it at the
He
level
enjoyed it.
at the level of exposure we had that time.
Yep.
You should remember there was no like really like
Yeah.
internet like
And he
we have it
suffered a
today.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
No social media like
But
stuff
he
like
enjoyed the
that.
media back then. He enjoyed
Yeah,
the
And
media back then. He
he
was
suffered
always
from
in
enjoyed
the
it
the
news.
mutiny
exactly.
too because
He
he was
was
the
always in
first
the
like
news.
real pop star of our
Yes.
generation. So he had intense
Yeah,
scrutiny on him and his love
Yeah.
life.
yeah,
And he bear the cross for a lot of these niggas
Yeah.
yeah,
out there
stuff like
now.
that.
Now, if you have a baby mama, nobody will like, I beg.
It did.
Yeah.
But back then,
Let's take
Two
concern,
Face having baby
concern.
Ah,
I'm
mama,
a little-
city people don't chop. City
he
people
was on
don't
the
sell out.
covers.
They
He
don't sell out.
was,
Back then, you had
They're fine. They're fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was on the
that's true.
covers. Then you move into the second album. Then he says, "Okay, my first album was raw and stuff." First of all, we're not even done with our first album, right? So you have Infinite Power, you have Ole, you have African Queen. Don't
Yes.
forget you have Right Here, which is like a
That's sample
Bro,
for
the
now.
OGB.
record
That's sample for now.
written by Osagie.
Make you feel
Waiting I go do to
you
make you see, say my love for you
right
not
here.
real.
Come on.
And it's right here. That's why I love Fireboy a lot because Fireboy reminds me
Yeah,
of that
the first
Nigerian
phase of
Yes, of
culture.
that,
that
yes, that,
period,
yeah,
he
yeah.
gets that. He gets the essence of it. He gets the essence
Yes.
of it.
You can do what you want to do. They can
And
say what they want to
Two Face
say. But
and
I
Two
never, never
Face
love you. Oh, God.
and Two Face
Oh, my
achieved all
baby
these
girl is so
things.
fine.
Two Face achieved all these things without like a grand visual branding.
Bro,
Like
we
his
complain about
videos
the
were
videos
shit.
now. We complain about the
Yeah,
videos.
Kenny's
So I mean,
shout out.
His videos
Shout
were
out to
shit.
ID Ogunpe. ID Ogunpe pick up. Kenny said, ID, pick up that camera and go shoot that
You
shit.
just go
When
and shoot
Pain
that
was with the
video. You know,
director.
African Queen was
When
one of the most disappointing video that
I was like, is this
we've ever
record?
seen in our lives.
Are you the
Especially
problem?
when you match it to the record, exactly.
Kenny's
So
music went. Kenny's
yeah.
music didn't like spending money on.
Yeah,
They
They
didn't like
trust.
shot
spending
a lot of
money.
videos.
But
They
you know,
shot a lot of
it's the
videos, but
minimal
they didn't spend
budget.
money
Quality
on
videos.
it.
Yeah.
that was just the only problem with Two Face
At some
because
point,
if you
they
watch
went.
phases, if you watch phases video,
Uh-uh.
body video till today,
No,
that video still bad.
that's '06 phase, '06
Phase
He
'07
was,
that
he
phase.
was
was
not playing that. He went to
just
LA to
bad.
shoot his
He wants
video.
to to
At
shoot
two
his
girl.
video.
Yeah.
Man, those Igbo
Shout out
boys,
to Otogu.
those Igbo boys don't use. And if you look at them, those
No,
Igbo
no,
boys
no,
from
no,
that
no,
era, they
no,
don't
no,
use
no.
video play. Even
No, at
brackets.
all.
When brackets came, they
They
used
Steve, do
video
you know the
understood
story
to
of brackets?
the
they
Steve, do
concept
you
of
know
understood
branding.
the story of
of
brackets?
branding.
Okay. Before brackets blew, they had a small hit. It was called Ocho Happy Day. They were actually
Yeah, 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 yeah.
they were actually
Yeah,
three.
Another happy day.
The third guy was a rapper.
yes, I remember. I
Yeah.
remember.
So
That's
those
their first
first two now
album, yeah.
said, Omo, how far? Let's go to Lagos. The other guy was like, no, you see how school. And that's how they left my guy in the east. My guy just put on television one day, and just see him
Yeah,
boys they sing.
yeah,
And that's how bracket became two. Mad story, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Bracket also had a very good run. They
See,
had that
the East,
Happy Day record. Then they
oh,
did the second album that
the
had Yori
East, those
Yori.
boys were
Really,
they
really.
locked the East down.
Yeah.
Then when they now started doing collabos with P Square,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my lord, it was gone, man.
Yeah. I remember the record they did with J Martin.
That verse, that's my best P Square verse now. Like any verse from P Square, like in terms of like especially features.
They did the
Yeah.
record with Two Face as
They're
well.
killing it.
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
record with first too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Shout out to Brackets. They had a good run. They had a good run.
My
J
God.
Martins also. Oh my god. J Martins had. See, there's one record. There was that record on J Martins. Oh man.
Bro,
That guy know how to make music.
P Square
He
enjoyed
had
that
the
guy.
formula.
P Square enjoyed that guy
And
for
he
a
just-
while.
Yes, now. Produce Do Me. Produce Do Me. Then this record. Hey.
And that's when, at that point, that's when the East was not bringing its own sounds in. East and South South, they are now pumping in the sounds to Lagos. Like,
Yeah.
South.
Yeah. So there was J Martins. There was a guy called Hadiza
Yeah,
who was
Kumzi.
producing for KC Fresh that time.
mhm.
There was Dekumzi. Dekumzi who
Bracket
had
and
produced for Bracket and Co and everybody in like Enugu. He also came, produced for Desperate Chicks,
I just remember.
Storm Rex, etc. That's some really good throwback. We started with
This is what
Black
happens
Moon
when-
and Moto and ended with. So I just want to touch on
Yeah.
Two Face's second album, which was like, okay, he leaves all that raw stuff and goes into the second album, and you hear records like, for instance, see, and that's what I'm talking about. You can make
Yeah.
pop records and they can have depth. I think what we're experiencing now is everything is just like centered on, and that's why I like a few artists right now who talk about like self-reflection and other things that are a bit deep inside their pop records, right? I like stuff like that. So when I hear records like Sholowo, My G, Sholo, I don't like those records because it's not because they are pop, it's because
Yeah.
I like, how many times are you going to do that? I'm not saying don't do it.
And,
Like, do it.
and the
but
funny
give me
thing is
some-
that he has dope, he has deep
give me-
records. Kiss Daniel has deep records. Sin City,
You know my best Kiss Daniel record?
that's a jam.
Fuck.
That's a jam.
Oh. He killed that record. Then
See,
this
that
thing,
Echo
the
record,
too,
forget
I love that
forget
record.
the melody. What he's saying,
Yeah.
is the essence of basically
Yes.
Afrobeats and Lagos,
Yes.
bro.
Kiss Daniel's pen game is crazy. I think nobody pushes him now. And
If you
right,
can buy a
and he can do
900
anything
million
and
naira
make
car,
hits.
if you can buy a
Right.
900 million naira car,
way
there's
he-
no need to push yourself.
The
again.
way he constructed and composed the Buga record, this guy's pen game is amazing. Like, it's just that he just does
Yeah,
some
like,
records and
why?
I
Why?
hate this record. Yeah, it's just so pop for me.
But even with those records that you say you hate,
Yeah, you know deliberately
he
did it.
deliberately
Doesn't-
did it that way.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know
that's
deliberately
what-
did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
that mad. Yeah.
You know my favorite record of Two Face's second album?
yeah.
Say there's only one race, and that's the human race. Oh God!
Oh,
Did you guys love that album
No,
from the
that
first
is our
listen?
Two Face albums. You don't like
Oh,
them from the first listen.
No.
After the first
first
listen, I'm
album
not
was
sure I
different.
listened.
The first
After I
album
listened to the
was
first
different
album,
Yeah.
after I listened to that second album the first time, I'm not sure I listened
Yeah.
to it again for like a week. I was so angry. I'm like, he
That
had the
was
same
a
intro.
week.
He had the same intro,
That was like a
the same,
month.
the same intro
I didn't like the
format.
album.
I'm like, Most kind
Oh,
thing
me,
Two Face just
I
go. I
didn't
don't
like
give
the
am.
album at all. I listened to the album. I remember listening to it in my friend's house, and we listened to it, and I was like, "The fuck is this Two Face is doing? What is this
yeah,
album?"
yeah.
No, we moved on.
And this
I'm
man,
like,
I
"What's he
moved on.
doing, bro?"
The one day I went to Grand Hotel in Asaba, and they were playing for instance. And you get you get the way
yeah.
clubs speakers they be.
Ah,
When that thing
Come
goes,
on,
is it
I
the
hear
same
for
song?
instance. I see wait oh. Hey, what is happening here?
this is people go say, "Obasanjo ole."
Oh my lord.
Bro,
More.
you know when it goes, for instance, you hear Che.
No. And
No,
this
let
was
me look
in
for that record.
and this was all in
For instance,
OJB's tiny
is
studio.
crazy.
Yeah.
The beat for instance is crazy.
Yeah.
For instance was the first
And
single,
it
right?
was such a slow burn.
What's that was first single? Yeah.
For
We've not
instance is
gotten.
crazy.
We've not gotten. Well. Let me not say that though. Two Face is just different, sure.
Yeah, it's different. It's
It's
different.
different.
It's like how you can talk about like pop music from now to forever, and when you talk
Everybody
about Michael
just when you
Jackson,
talk about everybody just
It
may
just,
just
it
keep
just,
quiet, no they go,
it
no they
just,
go
it just,
house.
yeah, it just.
you just can't do anything.
Two Baba was different. Yeah, it was.
Come on, man.
Bro, that
Come on,
musicality,
man.
you know how
What
much we
an
were playing at
intro.
that point? We were counting each other. No, forget.
Dun, 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 dun,
Even me when even me when he
dun.
dropped, for instance,
So
I was
you
like,
had that
why did he choose this record? Like, bro, why are you choosing this kind of I don't know, say that album. Hmm.
One Love. One
It's a
Love
top
is
five Two
a
Face record.
top
And I
five Two
bro,
Face record.
any artist out there,
The writing on One Love is I don't people don't write like
Bro,
the writing on One Love. The guy
if
goes at
one
one
love,
point
if
on
one
One
love
Love,
comes out today, it will debut on
easy.
top 20 on Billboard.
bro. At some point,
Is a universal, music. Like, bro, one
Two Face
love.
goes, "We
No.
all on death row."
What?
That shit, bro. He
Then do
said,
you know
"We are
when he now
all on
fucks me
death
up?
row."
He now put True Love again on the album. I say, yes, this is a bastard. I heard True Love. I'm like, this guy's
Ah,
playing a
True
pop
Love.
at the highest level.
Yes, man.
What is this right guy?
No, no, no,
What
no,
is
no, no.
this?
Let's leave
True Love.
that.
True Love. True Love. Nah, True Love. True Love was.
And we're not talking about pop sound where it is a hit just because maybe people like it. No, there's just like a deep lyrical
Bro,
component to all these records.
Steve,
Like you hear
It
these guys.
lasts.
Steve, you know that I just thought of
It
something
No,
like
no,
lasts.
no.
at this
No,
point,
Shelf life.
it's Two Face. A verse is complete. Like he
no
doesn't
crumbs.
leave one. Two Face's best. Two Face's best piece of
Which one?
writing. Be
Ah,
like
that's
say.
no, fuck.
Be
Fuck,
like say.
that's
Be
a
like,
record.
say,
That's a
No,
political
no, 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 no.
that's a political
Go and
song.
listen to it. No, 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 no. Then you know what broke me in that song. Then when he now
Yeah,
left politics at the
yeah,
last verse and talked about
yeah.
true love, went to
yes,
love, personal relationship.
yes.
Oh God,
Looking back at all the
oh, yeah,
years,
bro, you and I are
you and I are meant to be
Jesus. I said, what
together.
is this
What is this
guy?
guy eating?
Guy, that's his
You know the
best to
crazy
me.
thing about that record.
So,
Soli,
God,
so there was a lot of
Asoli Baba.
comparisons between
Yeah.
him, Soli, and him.
yeah,
They
yeah,
were
yeah,
doing a lot of,
yeah,
oh, Soli Baba is next Two Face, Soli Baba
yeah,
is Two
yeah,
Face.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He put Soli Baba on the record.
On the
Soli Baba
record.
said, Soli
But
Baba,
Soli
I was like,
Baba,
I heard,
yeah.
according to rumors, that there's a Soli Baba verse for that song. Two Face yanked that shit off. Yeah, that's what.
are you serious?
That's what they yanked it off.
You know, once in a while, right?
Nah,
An artist
nah.
comes that sounds like another, like a more established artist, and then they have that thing. It happened with
Yeah,
Soli Baba and Two Face. It happened with
yeah.
Durella and the Band.
And the
It also
band, yeah.
happened between
Yes, I said
Isolate and
nice.
Nice.
And nice,
I saw that nice was worse
Yeah,
because you could not even tell the
you know,
difference.
and
You
all
legitimately could not tell the difference between two of them.
yeah, like Isolate. Isolate was the one that took the chorus on Da
Bro,
Green's
me bro.
Motigoro.
And you have to be like, yo, who the hell is this?
Oh, no,
Ah,
No.
nah.
Two Face.
I mean, we're enjoying music now. I'm enjoying Nigerian music now.
It's
I
great.
like
The
it.
music
it's
right now
good.
is
No,
good. You're
Nigerian
not even
music is
knocking
so
off.
good. It's so, I was listening to the Apple made a playlist of the
Yeah.
top streamed songs of the year, like of global Nigeria. I was listening to the Nigerian own.
They, they,
I'm like, these
they
boys they
kick.
try. Our boys they try.
They
They
produce
try.
sweet music.
Try.
They
They
try.
do try.
I love
Yeah, they
Buju
try.
No, I
Benson.
love Benson. I
I
love
love Benson.
Omale,
I love them.
bro.
Yeah,
But my brother,
Yeah.
people
very
don't do
true.
music. Oh,
People
people
don't
don't
do
do music.
people
People
don't
don't
do
do music.
music.
People
People
don't do.
don't do
People don't
music. They
try.
don't do. Talking about
And
like
we're
raps,
talking about.
right?
And I want to go back to the MI conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
MI is not appreciated, bro. Like
Facts.
if I don't talk, I don't talk about MI from a hip hop or rap point of view. I talk about MI as an Afrobeat
And I think
artist.
that MI2,
My brother,
MI2 was the one where it really
that
shows
brother,
that he was that level.
that brother is MI is a beast. You know,
He put his soul into making music.
he put his soul into making
Bro,
music. Like
I can
no.
write.
At the level of the detail, like the level of detailing that is in that MI puts into his like records in terms of even the rap,
The
the
illegal music
beats,
series.
I want to
illegal
ask you a
music
question. Sorry,
series. You know, shout
sorry,
out to him.
Steve.
Then I just learned that Ice Prince. It was Ice Prince that wrote African
No, I
rapper
didn't know
number
that.
one. Did you know?
The chorus, yeah.
Now
It
you
was an
talk
Ice Prince.
about it.
Do you know it was an Ice Prince song?
Now you talk
No,
about
Ice
it, I
Prince.
understand.
Yeah,
Because that's
Ice Prince
something
wrote
Ice
it.
Prince
Ice
can
Prince.
do. I want to ask a hip
Yeah,
hop question.
yeah. He said that.
Am I the microphone
Oh,
magician?
Now,
magician.
let me ask my hip hop question. In terms of goated mixtape series, illegal music
Yeah.
or uh, clone, clone wars? I had to go
Don't do
there.
this.
I had
Don't
to
do
go there,
this.
Osaki.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Illegal music or clone wars?
Don't do
Let's.
this.
That's hard.
Ooh.
Illegal.
Clone Wars 1, 2, 3,
Damn.
4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Illegal
No, there's
music
the 4
1,
now.
2,
Abi?
3.
Is it 3 or 4? Oh,
Illegal.
just 3.
No, there's no
No,
four.
just 3.
Osagie, Ayo,
Whew.
I'm sorry. There's
I know where
no.
Steve is going to. I already
It's not
know.
hard.
I already know.
I I
No,
I
let's not. But let's not. It's
I
not hard.
I think, after Model
I know
Buka
where
matter,
Osaki is going
It's not hard.
to.
it's illegal music.
You know why?
It's illegal
You know
music.
why?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to SDC.
Because SDC has a
It's a
goated, they have a
fantastic
goated
run.
room, yeah.
But my brother, what was the things that were happening on illegal music
See,
mixtapes?
MI was
It was
the only thing
illegal.
I used to.
Come, let's, bro.
What?
Okay, you know what edges it for me? The features.
You know,
The features, that the way he was
no, let me
introducing
tell you what
rappers
happened.
on that.
Let me break it down for you.
Ayo.
Illegal music one was the sampling.
It's demonic.
This guy was sampling Yankee records.
Yeah.
But,
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah,
Not only
brother.
Yankee records, even Afrobeat records, because he did the
My brother,
Yes.
he sampled Bumbono Feli Feli. The thing
Mm.
is,
Like,
like,
that is
like, how could that
as
work?
a rapper.
as a rapper, as a hip hop artist, you sample Yankee and bring it back and normalize.
Yeah, normal
Nobody
level.
was sampling local
Nobody
records.
was
This guy
sampling local
sampled-
records.
He didn't just take
He
it
chopped
and rap
it.
on it. He
No,
chopped and
he
sliced
chopped
and
it.
Then,
chopped.
Ah, come on now.
Then at the end, he said,
Then illegal
"I'm
music
so
too.
hot."
illegal music too,
So-
you now curated your guest features in a way, bro. And I'm like, fam, this is mad. Then illegal music three,
My best.
illegal music three, from the throne of, from like the POV of a king who was betrayed, you just start dissecting everybody, start shooting,
Yes.
start shooting. I'm like, okay,
He burnt everything down.
bro.
Come on.
Don't I always say that Nigerian hip hop has had its moments. So
I-
don't all this shit that you people always come out online and say. It's just because people have not celebrated it in
It's
a unified fashion.
ignorance. If I see people talking about hip hop if I see people just shitting on hip hop, it's come
Yeah.
from a place of ignorance. They don't know it. They don't understand it. They
A lot
don't
of
love
people
it.
a lot of people also have not listened to a lot of hip hop records.
Yeah.
That's also what's happening. But I'll say one of the greatest, not serious, but one of the greatest Nigerian mixtapes
Yep.
is Mood 9's Niger.
Pentium IX.
No, that's an album. No, well, Pentium IX, like that's one of
Okay,
it. But I
okay,
think one of
yeah.
his greatest is
Oh yeah,
actually
down there
Niger
too.
Brand
Down there
Craft
to
Walk.
do.
Okay. Yeah, it's true.
9 songs,
It's true.
him and Crafts,
Yeah.
amazing sampling. Amazing. There's a song there where Mood 9 starts to, like, you almost cry. He's talking about how the name of the record is "You Don't Know What I'm Going Through." It talks about how he doesn't even have T-Fare at some point, and he's oh man.
My
What a
favorite
project.
after these ones you are mentioning, my next favorites, even before SDC, I'm saying
Yes,
I'm
so
not saying
this is
SDC
goated
not
for
on that level,
that for that series. Oh.
but
That
after
goated.
this, it's goated.
Yeah, personal
But it's-
preference. Yeah,
But it's the son of John. Eh?
yeah. You always talk about it.
My guy.
Son of
Shooting
John,
at the
okay.
hip. But you know another mixtape. You know another
Eh?
mixtape we are leaving out. Netosi's mixtape. Day
Which
one.
one? Why
Is
why
that
you
an
call it a
album? Okay, fuck
mixtape?
it.
It's
We
an
It's an
album,
elevated
day
it.
one.
album. It is.
We
It was that
elevated
era where
it.
they were. It was that era they were
We
calling it a
elevated it.
playlist. It is.
Yeah.
It's an album.
Yeah, it's an album.
So how
Only
come
way
our
to my
language
day
rap? How
ones.
come our language rappers, our local rappers, didn't
Yeah, I think
imbibe
they just
this
went straight
this
to albums. Yeah.
culture? Because I'm looking to Fino, I'm looking at Fino, I'm looking at Olamide, I'm looking at Da Green. You know, because Olamide has a hip hop bag that is not he doesn't go into that mode into that often because
Anymore.
we all know he wants the commercial
Yeah.
records. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Fino. We all know he
Okay.
wants the commercial records because he wants to make money. But I think there's a hip hop element that the hip hop element
Oh
he
my
showed
lord.
on No Gods No Glory on some records
Bro.
that we've
I
not
keep
seen
saying
enough
it.
of for Fino.
I say if Fino
That I
does
know he
drill.
has it.
I say if Fino does
Stayed.
drill in
Thank you. That's where
this
his
country will
mistake
shake.
comes from.
If that guy does drill, but it's just like, you know what?
Yeah. Bro, this guy is
Hardcore
first
hip hop.
singles
It's not
were
even
hot
small
hip
hip
hop
hop.
records.
Hardcore. Bro, how do you come out with Ghost Mode, first of all? Then Pasu. Then now do a Man of the Year. You now give us Alobam. I'm like, nigga, come on.
No.
Let me explain something. Let me explain something. Fino performed Ghost Mode at
Yes, no.
P
Shut
Square's
down.
wedding. Peter
Shut
Quare's
Yeah.
down.
wedding. He performed
I
Ghost
swear.
Mode. How
Yeah.
do you perform Ghost Mode at a wedding?
At a
Ghost
wedding.
Mode.
Come on now.
Olamide said he heard that he
Come
knew
on
that
now.
Ghost Mode was so hard. He asked Fino, let me do that third verse. Let's split it. Let's do half. Let's do half. That's why that third verse is like that. He said because he knew that song had entered. And that's a classic. That's a classic record now. Come on.
It's a
Ghost Mode is
problem.
crazy.
No,
Yeah,
come on.
Ghost Mode is crazy.
Yes, it
Ghost
is.
Mode is a top 10
It
hip hop
is.
record.
It is.
Yeah, of
It
course. Yeah,
is.
easily.
It's a top 10 hip hop record. Kenny Big
Easily.
Deal, Ghost Mode, Ole Cool,
Safe.
Rugged Man's MI Safe, Rugged Man's
Yeah.
Barrage.
Yeah.
What else is a top 10 hip hop record?
Yeah.
Nine's Cry.
Yeah.
Now Beans.
Ah,
Ish. Top 15.
Beans.
No. What?
Yeah.
Gino not be
It's top
good.
15.
Is it a top
Is that a
10?
top 10? It's a top 15.
Gino not be good.
Is it a top 10? Is the video you like?
Ah.
Yeah.
I mean, the song is amazing.
Oof,
That
oof,
against
hit.
Pom Pom
Hit.
Okay.
Hit.
I understand.
Against Pom Pom. Those are top 10 records. Man, Nigerian music has evolved.
It's
And
good
it's
that
been
we
very
from day
interesting.
one.
Maybe because we've grown a bit older. I hope like younger people see the perspective we're seeing about the music of now as well.
Yeah.
But like I love when people have like good runs. If you know had a good run. Even
no.
Lil Kesh had that 2-year
Cash
run.
was shaking the streets, man.
know,
Shaking the streets.
Back. It was just,
You know what's wild for me? Sorry,
and
I
that's
was
what
like, you
I'm
know what's
really
wild for
proud
me?
of, like-
I saw Bella Shmurda and Lil Kesh in the studio. And Bella was saying, Baba, now you be the OG to us. So now you they look up to I'm like, that's crazy. For Bella Shmurda to be saying about Kesh. I would not see Kesh in that life, but Kesh was smoking hot at that period. Smoking hot.
Yeah, Kesh was crazy. They had that run. I like to see artists like have a very good run. Just make really good music and have like that 2-year, 3-year run, drop a couple of albums and do their thing, especially
Yeah.
from like a hip hop perspective as well. But shit has really gone. Talking about raps, right? Someone mentioned Spotify. Do you guys use Spotify or Apple? I want to ask you about your
I use
top 10,
Apple
your top
because Apple
5,
was the first to
top
get
10.
it.
Okay. So who was your top 5
fuck it.
artists
I have to
this
go and
year?
do that shit again. Hold up a minute. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, on top 5 songs. Or top 5 songs, anyone. Steve, any of your top 5, any?
My my top 5 artists. Surprise! Everybody will know
Drake.
number 1 now. It's easy.
Sorry, I didn't ask now.
Come, no, you the Chris.
Black and white. Okay, Chris Brown.
It's Chris Brown now.
Oh, that's very on
It's
brand.
Chris
That's
Brown.
very on brand.
Come on.
Bobby Beige.
Yeah.
Bobby Beige.
Yeah, Bobby. That's number 1. Number 2. Surprise!
Hey,
Is Burna
Steve, you're a
Boy.
fraud.
Hmm.
Steve is a fraud. You like Burna Boy die.
Number 2 is Burna Boy.
Yeah, I told them
Number
about the album.
Number 3,
Ah,
Sabi Girl.
Really? Ira Star.
So, Yeah, we play it a lot at home.
Go
Like,
Ira, go
like
Ira.
everybody preparing for us. Yeah. Number three, number
Yeah,
four,
some nice
Kanye.
choices.
Number
Are you
five, Jay.
serious?
Number
Jay-Z
five,
still there.
Jay
That's
Z.
good. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
those are my top five
That's good.
artists. No.
Oh,
It's
shout
not
out to Hope.
every
Okay,
week
I've got
now.
him right now.
Shout out to Hope. Shout out.
Yeah.
Which whole album did you listen to the most this year?
444. 444
444.
and the one with Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is love.
Everything is love. Oh man, that's my album.
I know. I know.
That's my album. I love that album. Yeah.
I know.
Okay,
All
my
right.
top five
Ayo.
artists. Number one himself, the YBNL monster. No, the one that terrorized
Lamide.
Nigerians for 2 years. Ashake.
Yeah.
Number two, Six God himself, Drake, Drizzy
Yeah.
Drake. Surprisingly, number three,
Drake.
Sheyi
Drizzy
Vibes.
Drake.
I think that's because he dropped 2 albums. Yeah,
No, I'm not
for that.
surprised. I'm not
I'm not
surprised.
surprised.
Number four, you never
Talked a
guess.
lot about
Number
Sheyi
four, you
Vibes.
guys will never
That.
guess. No, he's a legend,
He's a
the legend of
legend.
all legends. Fela Nicola Kokoti.
I'm not surprised.
Number
not
five,
surprised.
number
I'm not
five, all the way
surprised.
from the
I'm not
UK,
surprised.
Jay Huss. That's my guy. Yeah,
Jay
that's
Huss,
my
real?
guy. That's my guy.
That's
That's my
good.
guy.
Yeah.
That's my
That's
guy.
the that's the
All right. Let me share my own. And that's why I don't post any of my raps or anything, because the
I
Spotify in my
understand.
house is connected to the Amazon
So
Echoes.
between Baby Shark,
yeah, same.
So I'm proud to tell you my top 5 artists. Number 1, Justin Bieber.
the white boy.
Yeah.
And the number 1 song was Baby. For this
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
Baby. My kids are just discovering
Like Justin Bieber
Justin
face.
Bieber, like Justin Bieber
Yeah.
2006 Justin Bieber. They're just discovering him as a human being. They don't know about this Justin Bieber. They know about that. So they're saying, Daddy, have you heard Baby? It's Justin Bieber that did it. And they would be educating me. And I would say, oh, that's nice. What's the name of the song? Baby. Okay. So my daughter now is
she was
like
Swiftie.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And they're like, and she's listening to the 1999 record, Shake It Off.
Shake
Shake
It Off,
It Off.
yeah,
That dropped
yeah.
like, 7-8 years ago. And that's like
Yeah.
her thing now. Which just leads me to how we were consuming Michael Jackson. Like,
Michael Jackson.
remember in 1990
Thriller.
was
Yeah.
my birthday, and
And
I
it was
remember they playing Thriller.
84,
And Thriller had
83,
dropped like
83,
in 84, 85.
Yeah.
You understand? But like that was my insult. So my parents also were looking
These
at
are
me.
no music. Don't worry, he will
It's
catch
not
up.
really
He will catch up
yeah,
eventually.
That's
You know, so it's the same thing I'm experiencing as a parent as well. So
That's
number
true.
1, Justin Bieber. Number 2, Davido. Number 3, Julie and the Phantoms.
Yeah.
All right, Julie and the Phantoms. I think they're the ones that did a song called, I don't know, it's Julie and the Phantoms. Number 4, Lil Nas X. Number 5,
That's a
Hashtag Sisters.
Okay.
Top five.
So if you are hearing songs like there's these kids then if you go down, you then see for albums, you see the Power Rangers soundtrack, you see the Ninja Kids. So what they do is when they watch everything on Netflix, when they're singing the songs on Netflix, they just tell
Amazon.
no,
Sorry, Alexa.
no, they tell Alexa,
Alexa
right,
to
play that song.
they play that song, yeah.
So it's interesting how they don't have any like interface beyond like voice control to like pick the songs they have. Everything is so in terms of just like music distribution or how you make music, right? Especially for like a large audience, it's interesting how you see it.
Yeah. That's
It's also
this SEO in music.
it's different, right? Because what's the name of this record? What's the name of Arasta's first record? The one that hits
Rush. No.
Bloody Samaritan.
before Rush. There was a record.
Rush.
Yes,
Good.
Brothers Samaritan. You know what they call the record?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they know now. That's the hook. That's the hook to them.
That's what they called it. It's a play
Vibe
vibe. That's
killer.
play vibe killer on your phone.
Yeah,
Who is that?
yes.
And you two go the one that say when the Jazzy drop Vibe Killer.
Right? There was also a Davido. It's like when Davido dropped Femme, right? They say, "Oh, Daddy, play while you call the para for me."
Okay, para, yeah.
They don't know the name of the song is Femme. They don't have no idea this name of songs. That's not what they're
what
bumping
attracts
to,
them.
you know. So It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting how.
So music consumption is going to change now from especially on the for the especially for like bigger audience, especially when you're releasing singles
Mhm.
to for people to be able to search for the song with the most
Oh yeah,
popular
definitely
phrases
that one is already
on
happening
the
now.
record, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's quite
It's
interesting. So yeah,
interesting.
man,
Yeah.
that's my rap. Maybe I'll put it on Twitter and we'll create a group for parents because I'm sure
I'm on. I'm telling you. Yeah.
our raps are different from every other person's raps.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's move into the next.
That reminds me, I'll go and
Uh,
check her YouTube because my YouTube, that's what wifey uses, my YouTube. So, and
yeah.
she's the one who plays like songs for the kids. So, it's
Hmm.
very interesting. I'll go and check my rap on YouTube music. That would be,
Definitely going to look
I'll
different.
check it. Yeah, that's true.
All right, man. Let's get into this. Is a
Mm.
fan mail plus pod pitch. Do you want us to
No, don't
read
read the
this? I
pod
don't think
pitch now.
he wants us to read this.
No, I don't think you want, I don't think you,
No, he did say hi to everybody.
I back.
shoot.
Okay, let's read it. Loose Talk Giants, Osag, Steve, the lead researcher, and
Good.
AOT2. Help me tap that bros wey dey that side. That big bros there. I hail you. I love your podcast so much. People complain about Mondays, but I have never connected. Why? 9 a.m. Politics Nigeria Weekly, 11 a.m. Askcast, 1 p.m. Loose Talk, 3 p.m. Here We Go with Fabrizio, 5 p.m. Dan Snow's History Hit, 7 p.m. JRE.
Right,
I think
fast.
Joe Rogan Experience. That's a very good lineup of
This,
podcasts.
this guy
Just
looks. This guy, they do like me now. You know, I have like a timetable of my audio
yeah,
schedule. Like on Monday, Tuesday is sports because of Premier
yeah.
League and everything.
It recaps
Wednesday,
everything.
Thursday, economy, politics.
Hmm.
Friday, Saturday, pop culture. That's our share. That's our share.
Nice, nice. Perfectus. I've been an avid listener of Loose Talks in SoundCloud. I've been consistently impressed by the quality of content and discussions you bring to your audience. This new variant is absolutely based. It's beyond just Ayo, our pop culture connoisseur. What does it mean
That
when
means
someone says
what?
something
What?
is
How did he?
based?
What text? What's the context again? Can you say that again?
It says this new
Obviously
variant is
good.
absolutely based. It's beyond
Good.
just music and
Yes,
regular
yeah,
pop
it's
culture.
positive.
So
Yeah,
based means it's good. Okay, thank you. Thank you to our
yeah.
resident pop culture connoisseur. All right, it says it's beyond just music and regular pop culture. It's life from the view of the most balanced age, that transition from youngin to OG. Unlike biblical purgatory, I believe this gap where you three exist is the most wise anyone can be in. Perfect balanced views, true respect is evident that Global Village and the Giants are passionate about delivering engaging content to the Nigerian and African audience. I recently embarked on a new project and I believe might pique your interest. I'm in the early stages of planning a narrative history podcast heavily inspired by Dan Carlin's Hardcore History. The podcast's primary focus will be on Nigerian and African historical events, offering in depth narratives that are both informative and engaging. The first series I'm planning to launch will delve into the Nigerian Civil War, featuring at least 6 episodes, each lasting around 90 minutes. I put an extensive amount of research and effort into this project, drawing from more than 11 detailed books, including books by key actors from both Nigeria and Biafra, scholarly articles, court papers, media coverage, and
Damn.
other reputable sources. The narrative will encompass events leading up to the Civil War, amalgamation, why no partition, political dynamics, optics, programs, coups, the war itself, humanitarian crisis, and its aftermath. My goal is to make history accessible and engaging without compromising on historical accuracy. I firmly believe there's a substantial market for long form podcasts like this in Nigeria, and I'm excited to contribute to it. I already recorded the demo covering the period from 1898 to 1960, the amalgamation to independence, which I'm thrilled to share with you. The Benin Punitive Expedition, the rise and fall of
Mm.
of Opobo, the 1884 Berlin Conference, etc. are
Yeah.
already
This
planned.
level.
Wow. I'm reaching out to explore the possibility of collaborating with Global Village to bring this project to a wider audience. Whether it's through a physical meeting in Lagos or a digital discussion, I'm open to any form of communication that suits your schedule. Whilst the demo I've recorded is in preliminary version, I believe it showcases the content potential despite the limited resources used in its production. I believe with your expertise and support, we can create something truly exceptional. I'm eager to discuss the opportunity further and hear your thoughts. Please let me know a convenient time. Farm, no worry, we will definitely be in contact. He ends it by saying, yes, Haaland deserved the Ballon d'Or, I believe personally, but after seeing the gap with which Messi won 105 points, there can't be any mention
Mm.
of malfeasance. Shout out to you,
You know the best book. You
Scipio.
know the best book I read this
All
year.
right, Scipio. Yeah.
Formation: The Story of
Which
Nigeria
one?
to Amalgamation. That is a book. It is.
Ooh, that's good.
Forgetting
Double
that
F
guy's
and
name. Yeah, double F and so.
and
Yeah. That is something that
Olafami.
if the Nat Geo
Yeah.
can, something that Nat Geo series can do they can do a series documentary on it, where they relieve most of the.
You know they have a
Yeah, I
podcast.
know.
You know they have a podcast
Yeah,
version.
where they can reenact all the
Yeah. It's
key events that happened that led to the amalgamation of Nigeria. Usman Fodio, the Benin expedition, the fall of Jaja
mhm.
Popobo, how the Abekuta people
Yeah.
embrace religion, and all that. So this podcast idea is actually mad. It's something that is really needed in Nigeria because all this history they don't teach you in schools. They
Yeah.
don't teach you in schools at all.
They
I've
don't
already
teach you in
added it
school.
to my podcast schedule on Wednesdays. So,
Yeah,
Osagie,
yeah.
please get to work.
And for what he's talking about,
Thank you.
he
All right,
knows
we'll
what
be
is.
in.
I we need one
No,
for
no,
the
no.
Civil War badly.
See, I said loose talk
No,
listeners
they're
are not
serious people.
playing. They don't play.
They're serious people.
they
You know my
don't.
own problem with
They
Luton
don't play.
listeners. You know my problem.
Yeah.
You know the only problem I have is that if you look at
What's
the
your
Big Brother
problem?
Nigeria fans now, they buy a house, they buy car, you know. Just to the one, small C300. That's all I'm asking for. C300.
Oh,
It's small
God.
one. It's
Small
small
one,
one. What
Small,
color?
C300,
small one. Oh.
2010.
The white.
Not into the,
It has to
that's
be
all.
white.
Thank
What
you.
color? What color?
Oh, God. But if
No,
they buy
that no,
one,
no.
how would they
Indicate
share them?
no. You choose your
We
favorite
go dey
co-host,
rotate
like
am
favorite
now.
housemate. Oh,
No, they don't
okay.
they choose anything. No, no, no,
But
no,
bro,
no. That,
We go
that
dey
can't
rotate
happen.
am. Ayo go ride am
no,
from
no, no,
How
no.
you
Friday
go
You have
right
to,
now from Monday to Wednesday? We
no,
go
no,
do
no,
it like
no.
my podcast
I'm writing it
schedule.
on the weekend. I want to write it on the weekend. I know why I'm doing the weekday. You can take it the weekday.
But
No, no,
now
no, no,
weekend
no,
there they
no.
need car pass. So
Hmm?
how would you
Me, I'm good for
Yeah.
midweek. Give me for
go?
Weekend
midweek.
now
Is
when
good
those
for me.
cars they sweet. Weekend now when that car they sweet to the move around here. Yeah. But it's a wonderful idea though. It's a wonderful
No
idea.
traffic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's a
it
good
is. I'll
one.
definitely be in touch. But yeah, yeah, man. I see, guys. And here's the thing about like making podcasts, right? So we're working with a couple of people now who are making podcasts, creating. Where there's a new podcast that we launched. We actually launched with the host. It's called the Counter Narrative, right? Two young ladies who are talking about it's all about female empowerment, right? But it's not
Yeah.
cheesy at all. It's real life conversations they're having with people, and all their guests bar one have all been in the US or Australia, right? They've been very intentional about speaking to people, and
Uh-huh.
they reach out to these people. The time difference is always crazy. They get the interviews, they lock it down. They've never hosted a podcast before. They've never hosted before, and we're like green novices, and you can just see their growth, and you listen to the podcast. It's super interesting, the conversations that are going on. It's called the Counter Narrative. You can listen to it anywhere, listen to your podcast. And I'm happy that people just want to make and create podcasts that go
Yeah.
beyond pop culture. Oh, what happened this week? And you then talk about what happened this week and all that. Those podcasts need to exist, like we've talked about before, but or in the past. However, we need other variations of content. And I think long form podcasts like this, the beauty about this is that you see the danger about creating pop culture podcast is
It's still.
after a
Yeah.
year, 2 years, still. Beauty about creating these kind of podcasts, they're here forever. You can sell that content 20 years from now. Someone might pick it up and say, which is what people
Yeah.
did with books, right? People wrote books in the
And they took it
70s
up
and the
as
60s.
movies.
And someone says, read this book and says, yeah, you know what? I'm going to make this a movie. Look, what's the lawyer's name? The lawyer
Yeah.
turned writer, John Grisham.
Yeah.
Like the guy has what? Almost like half of his books turned into movies
He's
that were
kicking
shot
off
in the
that.
2000s.
Yeah, that's true.
or the lady, what's her name? That wrote
J.K.
Harry
Rowling.
Potter.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling, wrote those books.
Sorry, I want to. Anytime this conversation comes up, I like talking about it. J.K.
Yeah.
Rowling. Do you know how a book got published? Like she was passing her book all like through publishers. Like she was running through publishing houses, pitching her books, and none of them agreed to publish her book, right? Because they said it wouldn't sell. Like, it's too scary. It's horrific. Children won't read it. So the publisher that later published it, he took the book home and forgot about it. Apparently, his 10-year-old daughter started reading it, saw it on his table and started reading it, and started asking him for
the next copy, the next book, the sequel.
The sequel. And like, why are you disturbing me about this book? That is so good, like stuff like that. And that's how the guy had a second thought and say, you know what? If my daughter is just disturbing me about this sequel, that means this thing must be really good. And that's why they changed their survey. When before they publish book, they do like a survey, they'll bring in people to read it, and they changed it, they used a lot of kids, and that's how they discovered that this was going to be a bomb. And they published the book. That's how the publisher. That's the story behind it.
Yeah.
So anytime anybody mentions J.K. Rowling, I like talking about it. Yeah. Because when I heard it, the first time I heard about it, I was like, wow.
Harry Potter books have sold so much, it makes the Bible nervous. That's how much it has. So that the Bible books at the back and look back like, damn, you're getting close. Fam, stay back. Stay back. You're catching up. Stay back.
You're catching up.
Yeah.
Catching up. Yeah, that's true.
And turn that into movies. Or even Handmaid's Tale, the series that I watched, right? It was a book. It's a book.
Yeah.
It's a book. Most of these series I watch, they're books.
Game of Thrones, this new one now, what's the name? This new one on Amazon now, what's the name?
Lord of the Rings.
House of
Lord of the Rings.
Eh? No, Lord of the Rings is Apple now. Okay, what the one on Apple?
The one that is tied to Lord of the Rings now that everybody was watching last time. Yeah.
Power of the Ring. That's Power of the Ring. I'm watching it now, but that's not the one I'm talking about. There's one again. It has Sidi's. It's on Apple. I think it's on Apple. The one they talked about. They said they gave them a lot of budgets. I remember the title. Not Dune.
Dune is a book, but it's a very hard read. Right? You just watch the movie. You really have to understand. Yeah.
No worry, I remember the series.
Yeah, so stuff like that. So please create your long form now, because your long form can just be adapted into something, and your long form is history. So it's nice.
The long form I want to create else. Podcast. The Atlanta '96 football team. But you now put people like Ronaldo, Ronaldo of Brazil as the villain. Like, this was the most deadly striker in the world at that time, and here comes this. Ill-prepared Nigerians, and that would be a wonderful long form content. And then thank you, said the whole Nigerian spirit and everything.
Nigerian dream team. All right, man. Let's move on to the next one. This is from Anon. Great work, guys. Please keep me Anon. Good day, the men them. From the man Osagie, the lead researcher, and they didn't even say Steve's name now. It's just the lead researcher. This guy just said these how narratives are created. It's so dangerous. A lie repeated consistently becomes the truth, because now you're having new people who are listening for the first time or second time and are hearing lead researcher, and then they believe it. Just because one guy woke up one day, lied unprovoked, and said he was a lead researcher. How do we start to cure this kind of problem?
That's mental politics, because mental politics, man, they're the whole good.
Yeah, because he's already claimed Lagos. That's even dangerous. He does these narratives. He's claimed Lagos. Now we get Lagos. Now they bomb me for Lagos. I'll be Lagos boy. Boom. The story has gone. Before you know it, he's contesting against.
You might get more votes. You might get more votes than him.
I go beat that guy because I be street.
They don't speak Yoruba.
At least say Okota area.
Everywhere Okota go first start. Now we get first start. This one we don't now I don't get level for that Bagada area now. Go gather boys there again. They go campaign.
Gather boys.
You got more votes than you got more votes than that one is definite.
Anyways, I'm happy to be writing again after a long time. Y'all kept me company for my days in Agbo, up to the pride of the Attic. And your fellow guy, you na Agbo boy, you
Ah,
Steve.
Abo boy,
Yeah.
Nani.
And your personal. I noticed that you guys were able to have a podcast remotely. I'm curious to know the devices you guys used, especially as the quality was quite clear. A friend and I have an idea, so it'll be useful. You can mail me the link to purchase them, and I'll be glad. Thank you for the work you do. Sure thing. We would send you an email for that. Um, Giants for real. Just on, not just on Loose Talk. This is another email. Loose Talk Giants, hello. My name is Osemaye. I hope I got that right. Otshemaye. Osemaye, right?
I don't know. I think it's from
Did I get
inside
that
of the
right?
country, so I
Yeah, I
don't
think you
know.
got it.
Okay, thank you.
I wasn't asking you.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Osemaye. I'm a 19-year-old listener from the UK. Why do we have so
No,
many
you
young
shouldn't be
people
listening
listening to this
to like
pod?
Ice Spice. They're listening to us. So, wow, wow.
No, I mean, see, I'm always just taking aback that a 19-year-old wants to listen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm always just I'm serious. I'm serious. You
it's
know
true.
why? Because
It's
I've
true.
hung around young people and they make you feel old unintentionally,
Yeah.
right? And they don't. I think like for young people, when I hang around young people, the there's
Osagie, what young
a
people? Because is it the young people that we are mutual friends with? Because those guys are not
Samson is
that young.
21.
When we knew
Samson is
them, they were
21.
young.
no
Samson says
those
it's
ones that
21.
those
Samson claims
give
21.
it
Eh?
30, 21. Those
Not
ones
only
are not
20.
those ones
Um,
that those ones are not young anymore now.
those
Those
are
ones are
old
old
men
men.
now.
They're old men.
And
Some
I
of
was
them
like
even
that.
in that group that they
It
call them
was
old men
like
now.
Dayo na Egbo Adugbo. Dayo is an Egbo Adugbo. You sure me die. Dayo na one is an Egbo
No,
Adugbo
that
right
is
now.
definitely
You
an
can't be
Egbo
from young
Adugbo.
boy anymore.
Definitely. It's just for me, young guy will grow his beard again.
They just be
Man,
doing swag. Come on,
forget. That is a clear Egbo Adugbo now. Forget. It's not even a thing. Do you understand? So I'm not saying
yeah.
that there are other people like I meet, right, or I
Yeah, I'm just
interact
joking.
with,
I was
and
just joking.
there's a
Yeah.
there's a window of there's a window of I don't know how to explain it. There's a period you need to, if you don't show them that you connect with them, they just relegate you and make you look like, man, you don't know the fuck you're saying, you're old. And sometimes that thing comes from like a point of ignorance because they really don't know and they didn't ask. But they also don't ask and just assume that since you are not in their age group, you are considerably an old person until you have a conversation with them and they're like, oh, you're quite knowledgeable on this and that. Oh, you understand these things, I understand. Oh, we kind of consume the same thing we consume, and all that. Then they can then warm up to you. But usually they're just very cold because they feel like you don't get them. Right. So that's why for me, like when young people say they listen to us, I feel a bit warm and fuzzy because I'm like, oh cool. Because I've struggled with connecting with the young people that I meet on
No,
the
me, I'm
fly.
good in
How
any
does that
hood.
happen to you?
We both listen to what's her name? Ski. So I don't
You
listen
don't
to Ski.
listen to ski. You don't
Just but
listen to the ones
I
that
know who
listen
I
to
know
the
who so I know who sang it. So I can cosplay a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I get.
Sexy
I've
red or
forgotten the
something
name,
like that.
the rapper. But I get, yeah, Sexy Red. Good. Like I don't listen to Ice Spice or Sexy Red, and I don't listen to it not because it's like new age and
It's not
everything.
just content
It's
from
not
me.
just lyrical
It's
content.
only fans
You
content.
get.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not even the
It's
content
trash.
is
Yes,
trash. Let's call it what it is. Do you
it's the
understand? We listen
ponification
to
of
other
rap.
young
It's the
people now.
ponification of rap.
We listen to other
So
young.
mm,
You understand? It's just it is what it is. Like I listen to Lado, even though it's not up there, but at least you say okay, at least I listen. So it's not a young thing most times. It's more of like a this content is not just good enough. I beg, make it go sit down. Anyways, I'm a 19-year-old listener from the UK. I started listening because it came on Spotify recommendation, and I haven't missed an episode since. You guys remind me of my uncle
wow,
growing.
wow, wow, wow.
I went on this whole rant
They did
just
us like
on my
LeBron.
point.
They did doing us like LeBron. Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
you played with my father. You played with
Oh,
my
more.
father. We still saying my
Did
father
you hear,
used to
did you
talk
watch
about
that clip where they said there's some yeah,
my
yes,
father used to hear
we'll
loose
get to
talk
that
and I
point.
listen to loose talk too.
There's this clip in one of the locker rooms, and they were telling LeBron that do you know you're older than the coach of the opposing team? LeBron like what? Like what?
Yeah. And it was like, what? Anyways, you guys remind me of my uncle growing up, and he introduced me to Sasha P, Wed MC, Mo Cheddar, etc. As in, there are videos of me rapping Ijoya word for word at 4 years
Damn.
old. Wow.
Damn.
Unfortunately, that's crazy. Unfortunately, my
No.
uncle passed away. um, Rest in power to your uncle. Now, but Osag's takes remind me of him so much. Random shout out to Steve Dede for Southern representation. I don't know if you do it purposely, but you champion us like mad. Thank you, AOT2. You
Thank
are
you.
the Gen Z adjacent, so that's all the
Ski.
representation I need. I find it. Don't ever say
I'm
skis on
dead.
this podcast again, please. Don't do that now. I find it incomprehensible when new Nigerian artists, especially alter artists, say or propose that they are doing something new or that they are doing more for the Nigerian music industry than their predecessors. It's like cavemen waking up in the morning and saying that they have done more for high life than Rex Jim Lawson and Sir Victor Uwaifo. My
Jim
truth is that
Lawson.
most of our music wouldn't sell without the internet, and streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music and streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, like who's buying your music in traffic? Hmm.
Mm. Um,
Hmm.
out of
Hmm.
the mouth of babes. Out
Hmm.
of the mouth of babes.
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
Hmm. Like if you look at it, it's true. Like how many of this music would you buy if you put the CD in
Mm-mm.
traffic? How many of this music that we're consuming now would you go to the store to go and get the
Yeah, you know,
tapes or the CDs
yeah.
if they were
Because
tapes and CDs?
that's a higher commitment for you to make.
Do you guys know the pain we used to take out to have a playlist?
Cassette dubbing.
Bro,
Like,
Cassette dubbing.
oh God, like on cassettes,
Hmm.
bro.
bro.
Or even when we now had computer, and then you have first of all we
Yes.
started with Windows Media Player
First.
Yeah,
first.
Windows.
You first do then okay, iTunes
Osage,
came. You download the
Osage, you don't
iTunes.
even
Before
jump.
iTunes, there was
You
Music
jumped when
Match.
you burn
There was
songs into
Music Match.
CDs. The writable CDs. The
Yes,
writable
you
CDs
burn
not
songs
came
into
again.
CDs.
That's
Yes.
not the flex.
Oh my God. You burn songs into. You go to your guy's side. Your guy's side has the
Yeah, you don't can
the
burn CDs.
CD-ROM can burn CDs. You go there. You pick all the songs. You line it up. You burn it on your CD. You know, say, oh
Or
more.
more.
I don't get one
You
mad
can't write the track
collection.
list for back. Like, Or your plug.
They feel yourself. Then we had iTunes. Then
Hmm?
you start arranging everything. Then
The
MP3
players.
players came. Those small MP3 player came, but it was only one. It was only 128 megabytes. So it could take
There was
maybe
70 songs back
70
then.
songs or something,
When you put
and then
kata
you
3,
just
put
arrange
kata
your
4, you
songs.
put how many album you don't
Ah,
break in now. Yeah.
ah, my brother,
Or the
you
one
had that
where your
small
plug
screen.
that your CD plug in area doesn't have the new album, doesn't have the new Need to See album or the new Diagram album. So you now have to go to on that
That's
bridge
crazy.
somewhere in Yaba to go and now start looking for
That's
the
crazy.
album.
It's Yaba now.
Yes, now.
Yaba had the best
Any
CDs.
CD,
If you wanted to buy the best
bro.
CDs, I stay in Prada, so you know Prada they will have it. But if you wanted the
Any
Kevin
CD
T,
you
Giga
want.
Man, Big Boss Giga Man, Yaba Railway, as we dey go buy second
Yeah.
hand clothes for Yaba Railway line, now we dey go buy
My
CD, go
palette.
buy like 2, 3 CDs. I remember buying Nas
Easy.
Stillmatic and Eminem's Machamatas LP coming back home to bro, when that Nas Stillmatic, that first track, bah, 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 da, da,
Like, yeah. Mhm.
when that thing hit me, it hit me like, see, there are a few albums that have given me a
Out of
like a
body
almost
experience.
spiritual experience. Stillmatic Nas, yes, out of body experience.
Dropouts.
Kanye
That was an
West's College
album.
Dropouts. You know, I was at the height of listening to Jay Z, Nas, 50 Cent, all of them. I now listen to Kanye West album.
Jesus.
I can
Yeah.
still remember. I was I had a computer, and I remember listening to it that day, and I was like, this shit was just different. There's something when music hits you. Music
Because
doesn't
you
hit
don't
me
go out
alone
and
like
buy
that
it
again,
now.
man.
It's nice on your phone.
Yeah.
Just click
Music
on
does-
it and you're good.
And so this person has like, Sharai has a point here. How many of these songs would you wind down in traffic and say,
Osage,
give me the album, give me
side
the
note.
album?
Do you know that
How many?
Beautiful Nubia has one of
Hmm.
the highest selling albums in Nigeria in the last 20 years?
Facts. Beautiful Nubia. the albums that they still put in
Yeah.
traffic, two albums from that era till now is
Asha's
Beautiful
first album.
Nubia and
Asha's
Asha's
first
first
album came
album.
out 2007, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
yeah, that's
It's
true.
still out there. It's still in traffic.
It's still in traffic.
It's still-
Yeah, and it's still selling.
No,
And it's
Alaba
still
doesn't fuck
because it's
around
still
though.
selling.
They simply really sell. They don't have time for representation. He go sell, I mean, no go sell. Madness.
You know, and that Asha's one was crazy because in the midst of like all the pop records, she was the
She
only
was selling,
alternative
cleaning
artist, and
out.
she was selling. Man, what a time to be alive. Anyways, everyone only cares about Afrobeat to the world and not just music for Nigerians or music in general. Also, I crave the MI, Vector, and Nato C days. No one is going as hard as they did now. Okay, maybe Reminisce or Jerick, but I'm tired of Nigerian rappers singing. Anyways, let me go back to my lecture. Thank you for all your hard work. You guys don't understand the great archival work that you are doing for generations to come. Much love,
Shout out to him. That's
Osemaye.
very good.
Shout out
That's a
to
very good
you.
fan mail.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you,
Shout out to
bro.
you. All right, this is from James. James says, shout out to you guys, AOT2, Osagie, and the powerful, sexy, handsome lead
Pause.
researcher,
Moving
Steve
on.
Dede.
Let's go, baby.
That's what I read.
Let's fucking
married,
go.
That's what I read.
Let's
That's what I
go.
read.
He's still married.
James,
That's what I'm
so, hey,
saying.
man.
Just in case. Just in
Fine.
case. He's still married.
He's still married. He's still married. This
Well,
podcast,
well, see,
we're
all the
very
colors of
welcoming
the
in
all the
this
colors of the
podcast.
rainbow are
Very
welcome, bro. All the colors.
We're very welcome in this podcast. Please, I'm writing from Ibadan where we are going to have a Lagbaja interview. I've searched everywhere. I have not seen one interview with Lagbaja. We the fans will appreciate. If you can make it happen for the culture. When was this written? This no, you don't tell. You don't tell. This is
Yeah,
you probably had the interview
an
already.
interview with Lagbaja. How
But
did you
yeah,
snag that? Oh, I'm jealous. Oh.
I mean, first of all, you are
What
a
the fuck?
lucky
People in
son
Lagos
of
are
God
begging for that
to have an
interview.
interview with Lagbaja. If I have an interview with Lagbaja, I'll need to have like a 1 hour conversation first.
No,
so I
man
can
is
get all
frustration.
the excitement out.
Oh God, please now make your music match. I said, we they beg you, please.
It's on iTunes. Go on iTunes.
This generation
and buy
doesn't
it.
know
Go to
iTunes.
your
iTunes. Now we know what iTunes be. People have phones now where they delete the iTunes
Yeah,
app. They don't know what the iTunes app is anymore. They delete the iTunes app.
You know, people that use iPhone, they don't even know what the podcast
Yeah.
app is. People that don't listen to podcasts,
Bro.
they don't know what the podcast app is. So anybody that has an iPhone and doesn't listen to a podcast, first thing I do is I go to your podcast app, I bring it to your home screen, and then I subscribe to
You
the
say
talk.
you saying iTunes is like you telling us, oh, go and buy it to vinyl. Go and buy the album in vinyl. Bro, that's too much now. That's
Yeah.
too much work.
Yeah,
What is
People
an
don't know where
iTunes? We don't know
iTunes
what that
is.
is. Oh.
yeah. And on like the desktop version
Yeah.
where everything is still interconnected, right? You just need to go to the iTunes bar. Unlike the phone, you
Not at all.
can't Apple Music can't connect to iTunes. You're right. But yeah, if you have iTunes, you can the whole of Lagbaja's discography is there. Starting from the 1993 album, the Kira album.
It album.
all the
How much
way
is
to
an
the
album?
1.5
90s.
or so.
It's like 1.5
Okay.
in Naira. If you're using the Nigerian store, it's like 1.5. But if you're using the Yankee store, I think it's like
I'll go and
9.99.
buy it. I'll go and buy it.
Yeah, so the Kira album is there, Ses on African Thing is there, the We and Me album is there, the Abamieda album is there, the Motherland album is there. Yeah. You know one of the greatest
which one?
intros in Nigerian music history.
Hmm. That's jazz. Dun, 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 dun.
Padadam pam pam pe pe, padadam pam 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 pidu pam pum pam pam bang, padam pam pum pam pam bang, pam bang, padam pam pum pam. Africa Calypso.
We don't hear music. We don't hear
What
music now.
an intro. What an intro, fam. Anyways, I hope your Lagbaja interview went well. Shout out to you. This is from David Bristol. Hello, Stock Giants. Hope you guys are doing well and doing great. A quick one for the lead researcher. I've heard so much about trading. I assume you're into crypto specifically. Please, can you give me a brief timeline of your trading journey? What difficulty you face, especially since stats say 90% of day traders are not profitable?
Our cryptocurrency lord. Our avian
How do
lord.
I answer this question?
Tell, answer it with the truth.
Repeat the question again, please. Sorry, the
It
trading
says,
one.
yes, it says, please, can you give me a brief timeline of your trading journey? What
Mhm.
difficulty did you face, especially since stats say 90% of day traders are not profitable? So the
Okay,
first one, give
so
me a timeline of your trading journey. How did you
I'm
get
not
into crypto?
a. If we segment the levels of trading, maybe say um professional, amateur, and something in between. I'm something in between. I'm not like really really heavy into it, right? But I know a lot. I work I have a lot of friends who are into it, and any help I need, they pull me through it. Crypto started. Osagie was one of the people who introduced me to crypto. Now, when we buy a coin, we hope it goes up. We sell, we make money, we move on. Then the crash happened. Then friends introduced me to USDT trading. The only thing I do is USDT. That's like the dollar. You buy dollar cheap and sell. It's just like a bookie. This one
You're
we're just
basically
doing,
a digital aboki.
it's simple. We're just doing this crypto platforms, Binance, Remitano, and stuff like that. That's what we do. So that level of trading you're talking about, I'm not. I don't do one. Do you
Yeah.
get? I don't do it. I'm just USDT only, and it's just small naira. It's just small money. But when it accumulates, it makes sense once in a while. That's it. And it's not. I'm not. I have a job. I have jobs. This is just one of the things I do just to be just to be there. So one of the difficulties for me, and you're talking about day trading, that's true. One of the difficulties for me is because I have other things I'm doing. I'm not really like really focused, and I lose a lot of opportunities on it. So if it's something that you want to do, you have to be really, really focused and detailed about it. So that's just my. It's not deep for me. It's just a regular thing. Do you get?
For sure, for sure, for sure. Hope Mr. David Bristol, I hope that helps. All right, this is Hello Stock Giants. I deeply enjoy the podcast, and just like the girl from last week, I guess I see you guys as my uncles.
Oh wow.
Young people don't. I like when young people don't remind me that I'm old. You stock listeners too. Osage zero.
Oh, they give me back to back. They give me say you say you are uncle, the man from uncle. Now on the married men issue, I'm a 19-year-old. Everybody's just 19. I'm a 19-year-old 400 level student, and the amount of married men that move to me
Hmm.
weekly is insane. Some of these men send their wives abroad and start dating younger girls. I remember this man I met 2 months ago confessed all the love in the world to me. We were talking for a while, then on his birthday, he randomly posts three little boys that look like him. I was so lost. I had to ask him, and he was like, yeah, I am. It didn't come up, so I didn't think you cared.
Yes, now. Information is on a no need on a need to know information is on a need to know basis. Since did you ask, he won't tell you. No.
That's Niger- that's Nigerian
It's
married
like I
men
have it.
maths.
It's like the guy compared his kids to like a scar on his hand. You didn't ask, so I didn't think you
Yeah,
cared.
I didn't think he cared. It's not like you know.
She says, I was so shocked, but I had to end things immediately. Fast forward to a week later, I met another guy. This one spelt it out for me. You probably think a guy of my age will be married, but I promise you, I am not. Just for him to randomly
What?
tell me one day that he thinks his wife is cheating on him.
I love that. I love your honesty. Men need to be more honest. Share your emotions.
Ah, man.
This is the guy. See, the guy was so troubled that he thought his wife was
He had
cheating
to
on him.
tell
He
his side chick. You
confided.
want to tell the girl that he's asking out that my wife is cheating on me. You pain the
You
guy.
understand? Like he forgot.
Oh
He
God.
forgot.
Oh
Oh
Nigeria.
my.
Nigeria
Oh
man.
God. Anyways, I was again confused, so I asked him, and he said, "Yes, now I'm married." So I said he was also cheating on her, but he justified it by telling me how he provides for her. He got her a car. He puts her on allowance, etc.
Oh God.
Nigerian men know how to see we are the gods of compartmentalizing. Can
Everybody
open one box.
put something there. Open
eh,
another one, put one there.
Okay, he says apparently he has even slept with with her entire friend group. Like he slept with his wife's
She needs
entire
better
friend
friends.
group.
She needs to
All
choose her friends
four of
better.
them.
I believe the woman.
Yeah, all four of them. They have been together
Apparently,
from
not just her
secondary
friend. She
school.
needs to choose husband better.
I think that's the
But
first
guess
thing
what? If she chooses another husband, the friends will move to the husband. Man.
Then if you choose better
They
husband,
have to choose a better
you have to choose
husband.
a
If you
better
choose a better
husband that will
husband,
say no to the friends
friends
now.
After
come.
like say no to five friends,
Exactly.
you do at least do one.
Ah,
No,
God.
I think the more important thing here is actually getting rid
I
of.
say getting rid of the friends and the husband. Everybody get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
She says they have been together from secondary school, and it's crazy how one would expect that there would be such a cute um thing. There would be such a cute thing, but look at
Philandering.
this man philandering up and down. Apparently, the woman is even 8 years
Uh,
older than him. Right? He's 30, by the way. So maybe that's why he looks outside. I don't even know. The whole thing is just disgusting, and I hope my dad isn't like that, Sha. I also like to hear your opinion on Zainab Babe and
we've done
the
that
ex
already.
daddy
Yeah.
issue. I think we talked about it already. Yeah. P.S. I'm obsessed with Steve's voice. The words honey and sultry could be
But I thought you
used to
said
describe it.
married men. Don't worry. Moving on.
No, now,
But now,
because someone is, don't do that.
Because he likes
Don't
my
do that.
voice,
so
does not
sorry.
mean
We're not going
It
to
was a
we're not
different
going to do
honey.
that.
It was a different honey. Sorry, I thought it was no.
you
Okay,
calm
sorry.
down.
Is
I
the
thought it was
word
the other
honey,
one. Sorry.
Honey.
Why did you think of the other
Because
one
you can't
first?
be
Like,
moving to a
why?
married man like that.
How
I'm
would you think
sorry.
of that one
Why
first?
did you just think of
Why is a married man's voice sultry? You should test.
are
It
you
should be
the
bitter in your ear.
it's sultry now. It's sultry. It does not connote
Sultry connect. You say this
sexuality
woman
now.
is sultry. Trust me. You
It
can.
does not connote,
I
it
don't
does
read.
not connote
I've read
anything
news and boom. I
sensual.
have read
I'm
news and
searching
boom
for the word
before, and
sultry.
the sultry
I'm
lady
searching for
appeared
the word sultry.
with heavy bosoms. No, I don't read news and boom before. I know what I'm talking about. Sultry has connotation behind it.
It says the meaning of sultry, suggesting or expressing a passionate
Oh
or
God.
strongly sexual nature
This is not
or
the, we go
attraction.
school, oh. Corona primary school. Corona primary school. I don't talk out.
So you
And you
actually
like
Oh,
connote
okay.
sensuality.
This is the
Okay.
second person taking shots at Steve today. Okay, shooting their shot at
Guys,
Steve. All right. It's God day.
no wala, no wala.
I'm aging you.
and aging me and aging us. Anyways, shout out to you.
Shouty. Why
Shout out
why
to you.
why why are only married people moving to you? Do you give
Because
up
you
a
tell them
certain
that
type of
their voice are hard.
energy?
It's sultry and sultry. That's why.
Do you do you
No, it might not be. Oh, she didn't say young single people are not moving up to her. She's
Oh,
just saying like out of
okay.
people moving up to her,
Okay,
they're married men.
yeah.
And I
That's
think
this
married men
context.
move up to like a lot of young people
No,
anyways.
yeah, it's true. But
Yeah.
that's those like when we're young, like our mates then who were the way they carry themselves, that you can never talk to them about like dating because of just how
Oh,
they
some
carry
of those babes.
themselves.
Oh yeah, they were
Some of
out of
those
their league.
babes,
Not because they
out of
were
our
finer or
leagues,
more
out of
sophisticated.
our. It's not as fine.
They
It's
were
just that the
they,
way
they
exactly
were dating
They're,
people out of
they're
our
bank
league.
dating
managers
people
and
out
shit.
there, so
Yeah.
you know, he get
You
bro.
fam, you think you're dating somebody in your secondary school and you think you're dating this girl and two of you are feeling cool and everything. Then
That's
one day
why.
the real boyfriend will
Yeah.
pull up in a
Will
car.
pull up.
Mufti, while
That's
you
why
are
I
still in
hate
school uniform.
I hate Oceanic Bank. When they went on that, I was so happy because Oceanic Bankers when we were in
They were
school,
cleaning
those
out.
guys were
Abi.
wild. Bro, you come with your
Collect
babe to the bank. The cashier will be
collecting
toasting your
their
baby, collecting the
collecting
numbers.
collecting
Ah,
their
Oh,
80K.
eh, when that bank went down, I said, yeah, that's good. I'm happy. I'm not gonna lie, you. I hate that bank. Jesus Christ.
oh
With their
God, the
white
royal
shirt
white
and
shirt
blue
and blue
White
pants.
pants.
shirt,
God damn.
Good.
Bankers did the madness in the early.
Those funny
Bankers did
boys
the
were
madness in those
they were
2000s because they were like they're the epitome of the big boys.
Bro.
Every campus you go see them pulling up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
These were fucking cashiers. Oh.
Cashiers, oh. These were
Yeah,
cashiers. Oh.
cashiers, oh, cashiers.
God damn, we suffered. It's perception at last,
Everything is
last.
perception, guys.
Everything is
Everything is
perception. You
perception.
see the start shirt, you see
I
the
remember that
tie,
time
you see the
I was
thing.
rapping now. There was one guy in the bank then. I used to go and collect my small 2000 every 2 weeks or something. So I gave the guy my CD. You know, I said, I like your stuff. I want to help you, and stuff. I just thought about it back then. This guy's salary is like more than
Okay,
maybe
they enter
like
boss
60K,
every
70K.
morning.
In the lorry doing big man.
Oh god.
Life is so crazy. All right, this is from Kelechi. Hi, guys. Great episode as always. I was the one who wrote regarding the investment, and it's quite unfortunate, but you completely took what I said out of context.
Yeah, it's true. He reached out. He reached out on Instagram, and I wanted to even mention it that we have to go back to that mail to read it very well. He said we
Okay.
just read the thing, we misinterpreted him, like open,
May no vex,
direct
may no
open
vex,
stuff. What
may
he
no
was
vex.
saying.
Are you serious?
I swear that's what he
Vex.
said. Oh,
Kelechi,
Martin,
no
they
vex.
forget so many things on my head. I wanted to tell you guys that we have to reread that mail to understand what he was saying.
Kelechi, no vex, no vex, no
Let you
vex.
know,
I was
vex,
not
vex.
advocating for the Naira. I am also not a fan of the buy Naira narrative. While I consider myself patriotic, I am not under the illusions as to what the state of the country is. The point of the admittedly long PC was too long. That's my Kelechi. I like this one you sent, With brevity, brevity,
Shoki.
brevity should be your keyword. The point of this admittedly long piece I sent was the proper framework to think of how best to assess whether or not an investment is good. If you had read the email to the end, the S&P investment would have been the best and he would have ended up with close to 800 million naira from an initial investment of 60 million. This actually confirms the earlier point you guys were making. The additional point I was making was that there are subtle nuances to assessing what makes a good investment. I guess that was lost in translation given the length of the email. Full disclosure, I haven't lived in Nigeria since 2017, except for a short stint between 2018 and 2021. So while I like to consider myself to be patriotic, some may consider my absence as proof
Mm.
of otherwise. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right. I'm
Yeah,
loving these
points.
farm meals.
Down
What are
point
you guys
today.
thinking? I'm loving these farm meals. I'm loving these farm meals. All right. Hi, Osags, Ayo, and Steve. Firstly, I would like to be anonymous and thank you. Huge fan of the podcast. You guys are amazing. And the podcast is one of the things that helps me during lonely times and also makes my day. Whenever I see the notification, I'm happy to hear from you guys. Keep doing what y'all do. And I apologize for sending the email to. Oh, he sent the email to me first before he sent it here. No problem, my guy. My first question is: do you guys think Cruel Santino would have been a bigger artist if he made music that the mainstream audience could at least relate to a little bit? I definitely think he would have been because he's actually an amazing artist. I feel he would have been on the level of Rema or even higher.
Cross
What
Santino,
do you guys
that's
think?
Santi now, formerly known as Santi. Uh, I kind of agree with what this person is
Yes.
saying because I've listened to not only Santino's new EP or project, I've listened to Odyssey Zone 2, and I think they're out already. They're out
Are these
already.
projects
Yes, they're
out
out already.
or?
Even Fresh L has a project in conjunction with Odyssey that is just out. Not, I don't. It's not up to.
I listened to that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I listened to that
they would
already.
have been more successful if they didn't stray too far from mainstream sensibilities. A lot of what they are doing seems like they're cosplaying. If it is not anime culture, then white European culture or Northern American culture. And I think it's just too hard for a lot of people in Nigeria to grasp or relate with. It's not as if that Nigerians don't have the sense to do that, but and then the culture speaks to culture. Like if you do something I understand, I'll fuck with it. Even if you want to put a little bit of your own thing there, I'll still do. So I think they've strayed far from that wonderful breakout era of 016, 017, 018, 015, 015 to 018. Listen to the music they made then, and it was an easier sell than what they're actually pushing right now.
That's an interesting take, especially if you look at what they were doing back then, right? I also think like at the end of the day, right,
Oh
you
yeah,
can
they
only
are
do
free to
what
do
you
what they want
want
to
to
do.
do and
Yeah,
how you want to do it. I think back then also what they were doing was also very far from what
but
mainstream
there was a
was, and they did
connection.
it well. And the thing broke out. Yeah, there was a connection. Like if you
Yeah,
hear something like Gangsta Fear, right? Or if you hear what's the name of the other record? God. Get out the mind
I
and
don't
flow.
know.
Get out the
Yeah,
mind and flow. Those records, or yeah, that's so many records. Like Santi's, you know,
Mandy Job.
Mandy and the Jungle album.
Yeah,
So many of those records that made Mandy and the Jungle album, or like the Odyssey album, right? Yeah, right. They didn't veer too much. Like they
yeah,
interpolated like a lot of mainstream, and there
yeah.
was like the alter sound. And I think like right now they're even pushing further. Like especially like Santino, right? He's pushing even more, like way further. Like the last
That was
album was
anime. That was pure anime.
like
Yeah, very
yeah, like
extreme.
it was extreme, right? And but what I think is that I think I want them to continue doing what
Oh,
they're
they're happy
doing
though.
as long as they're happy doing it. There's this thing where, oh, I want to create, like, do these artists, do you think these guys really want to create
Oh
stuff for
yeah,
like
actually they don't
mainstream and
want
to be
to. They
accepted
don't
like
want
Rema?
to.
I don't feel like that's their calling. I don't feel like they think that's their calling. I think they feel like whatever is in their mind
Yeah,
and their body, they just need to get it out, and like
and
they
whoever
feel like that's
likes
like
it.
great music, and people have always accepted. And yes, and I think that is where they are as artists, and I think
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing more pure than that. Like you do what
What's in your mind?
you just want to
Yeah,
do, the kind of music you want to put out, you just do it out. You're not looking to appeal to anybody, you're not changing anything for anybody, because you just want to do what you want to do, and not every artist is going to be like that. So I think for the artists that do that, we definitely need to appreciate them. That's the way I see it. Okay. Unrelated, but someone literally said it's like it's not music he uses to eat with the kind of music he puts out. Hey man, this guy got a deal off the record.
I thought you said we take turns on answering questions. Why didn't you take turn with this one?
Yeah, because Ayo and I talked about it. We didn't think that you would have an opinion on Santi and.
Why? I thought, but you said we should take turns now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
I have
take
no
that
thought.
back.
Okay,
I knew that's what you got to say. I knew.
pass.
I knew.
Yes, you're just useless. Just useless. Just useless. Anyways, what do you guys think of him and also the songs he dropped recently? Well, I mean, everybody, like they say, one man's food is another man's poison. You're going to see people that love it, people will stream it, other people won't. It won't be their cup of tea. It's very relative. Why is Ayo smiling like that?
No,
Why are you
no, no,
smiling
no,
like that?
no,
Osagie is
no. I have nothing to
trying
say.
to sit in the
I have
middle
nothing to
here.
say. Everybody, like you said, everybody's cup of tea.
No, no, no. Just because somebody is my just
Two
because
questions on
somebody
the
is my
catch you now. You
cousin
don't
doesn't
talk.
mean
You
I'm
don't
going to
talk
change my
family tree
mind.
now. We don't talk. We don't
Personally,
need family tree. Oh. Okay,
no, no,
okay,
no, no. Because I saw your face
okay.
and I knew what the fuck,
All
and I
right.
knew what the fuck you were doing with your face like that. Do I like Do I like Santi's music? I like his music. Mandy and Jungle. I like the album. The new album he dropped after
I
that,
don't.
right?
I
What's the
don't
name
know
of the
that
album
one. No.
again? Um, uh, no, no, no. Actually, the one that Tolani went off on.
Hold on.
Um, hold on. Let me get the name of the album.
Subaru boys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Subari Boys, Final Heaven, right? I prefer
yeah.
Mandy and Jungle to
I
Subari
prefer.
Boys, Final Heaven.
I prefer Susie's funeral to even Mandy
Personally.
and the Jungle.
Whew, Susie's Funeral. Yes, that's a dope album. But I like Mandy and the Jungle because it felt, it felt, it felt like, okay, this is my foray
Yeah.
into like mainstream. Let me create something for that, and all that. So again, man, culture is called. I've not even heard this Cincinnati Pumping 4 tracks. I've not even heard it. I need to hear this. I haven't even heard it yet.
Funny enough, there's a
Susie's
track
Funeral.
on
Then the
that
first
Cincinnati
50.
pumping that is as mainstream as mainstream. It's called. It's
Which
called
one?
FTR, the
That's
one with S Smart. S Smart is a street artist, street. Yeah, that's when he
yeah.
shot the video
That's the one he
for
shot
I
the
guess
video for,
so.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that. Anyway, shout out to Cool Santino. Shout out to Monster Boys. Shout out to them. Okay, my second question.
Okay, it's still on that mail.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. My second question is recently an alter artist who goes by the name of Zamir. Yeah, shout out to Zamir. Was also part of the LOS group, wrote on Twitter that before Alter, mainstream artists didn't know how to dress and the Alter put them on steez. I like the Alter symbol, I respectfully think it is cap. Yes, they influenced the industry, but they were also inspired by old Nollywood fashion and even old school hip hop fashion in the US. And as one of my favorite journalists, Motolani Alake, would say, there are some people, kids in Agege, who dress like Alter but don't even know about Alter. Lastly, Subari Boys and Mandi and the Jungle, which one has better
Just said
songs,
that
or
now.
which one do you guys choose? I just chose Mandi and the Jungle. Yeah, it was a debate on Twitter. Sorry for the long message, but what do y'all think? Hope to hear from you guys. By the way, this is my first meal. Super excited. Shout out to you, Anonymous. Um, the alter culture definitely inspired like the creative outlook of artists. So you look at artists like Rema, Arya Star, right? They are heavily inspired. Even like Tiwa Savage, right? They adopted a lot of alter culture when it comes to the dressing and all that. But like people have said as well, right? This culture, like see, Nas said it, no idea is original. There's not new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done. These things are recycled and recycled. I remember when we were like that's
Yeah,
2002,
yeah, yeah.
bell bottoms became fashionable again.
Mm-hmm.
It just came from nowhere. Everybody said, when I went to rock my
Yeah.
dad's old suits that were
Boot
bell
cut.
bottoms. People, see, there was a difference between boot cut. Thank you, boot cut. There was a difference between like sewing boot
Yeah,
cut and wearing
yeah,
something
from
that
the 80s
somebody
now.
wore
You're
in
not
the
car.
80s. Bro, I rocked that thing. Eh?
Go
Men just they
now
look
come
and
wear
say,
driver's shoe.
damn, vintage. Oh, God damn it. So these things are like loops. They'll come back again. They'll come back again. So it's
Dressing
inspired.
stuff.
Everybody's getting inspired by
Yeah, the
everybody.
dressing
Baggy
stuff you
jeans
are
is not
saying.
back
Go and
yet,
see how
right?
Charlie Boy was dressing. It's back.
Baggy
It's
jeans is
actually
back
back.
actually. Baggy jeans
Yeah,
is
it's
back.
actually
No, no,
what it is.
that's what
Yes.
TZ wears now, right?
Yeah.
It's just
Ashake's one are like 4
it's
yards.
just
Trust
that
me.
it's over baggy.
when you go when it comes to
No, but that's
dressing,
baggy
please
jeans,
just go
right?
and Google Charlie Boy in the 80s. Then you know what or the real hotel daddy how dressing was. No, yeah, so everything
Yeah,
they're talking about happened was
and
portrayed in the 90s in Nollywood movies, home videos. So it is what it is.
it is what it is. Okay, so let's read our last fan mail and call it a wrap. We've already done over 2 hours. You guys enjoyed this. You guys have enjoyed this episode over 2 hours, just like that. All
Yes,
right,
now.
let's
Don't complain, no.
no complaining. We've made up for the previous week. Made up from the previous week. Okay, this fan mail subject is I'm on my knees.
Ah,
I'm on my
Mm,
knees.
okay.
proposing to Ayo. Okay,
The,
if you find
what's the color of your passport? What is the color of your passport, please?
Is dark blue Saint Kitts?
ah,
Baby, baby. I can give you
that one
twins.
now buy them buy them.
I no care.
Uh, somebody said I almost forgot that I have another passport.
Baby girl, do not be exposed.
Oh
Just keep
my
quiet.
Oh
god! Oh
You
my
god,
no go
god! Why do
just
people do this? I almost forgot I had another passport.
that's so try.
like you almost forgot you had another car. Yeah, right.
You know,
How do you almost forget you have another passport?
big babe. You don't understand.
Why
Now
people do?
time she hot.
Why?
She's a
Why
hot
people
girl.
they
It's
do
now
like that?
time.
Why
Now
people they do
time.
like that? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Why? What was all that for?
I don't just know, man. It's insane.
I almost
I don't
forgot
just
I had
know.
another passport.
You know.
Okay. Hey, Loose Talk. Before I start, I want to point out that I am not a man.
Hey, God.
Is it that bad that we
We
think
don't
everybody is a
suffer.
man? We've
Yeah,
suffered.
man.
I'll keep it short and sweet. Shout out to the three of you for being able to cultivate such a captivating dynamic. It is so much fun to listen to you guys banter and bounce off each other. It has always been a lot of fun to see how the gang has grown and evolved over the past few years. Well done. I know from this fan mail, that is, mail written by fans, but I know this is a fan mail rather, that is mail written by fans, but I have some words for the fellow fans of this pod. As a unit, I want to believe that we are more interesting than the grass to grace accounts that flood the fan mail section every single week. At the risk of sounding like a hater of good things, I appreciate the come up stories that are meant to inspire. Kudos to all who have broken barriers. But I am on my knees begging. Can we have some diversity in thought and experience? It gets so monotonous when all we hear is about Canada and Coursera. I don't I don't think if this would be a job for the host or the producers to filter out, but it would be great to hear different things. Perhaps shifting the focus to more discourse around discussed topics or topics they like to hear. Something sha. Shout out to you guys again. This is from Wura.
Shout out to you,
I
Ram. Well,
yeah.
I don't even understand what the problem is. Like
I
what are
think
you
it's more
actually
around.
saying there?
A lot of people have written to say, "Hey, I used to listen to you guys back then. This is where I was from
Yeah.
trenches to triumph."
Yeah.
You know, kind of fan mails. You know, this is where I was back then. Right now, I'm doing better. Etc. etc. I like those fan mails because hey, I like people doing better in life.
Yeah.
You know, but I also get the point. Maybe we need to talk about. But I think today's fan mail was a bit diverse.
Yes,
It was
it was a
different.
bit
Yeah.
diverse. We discussed a lot
Yeah,
of things.
it was a
Yeah,
bit
it was
diverse.
different.
And yes, where we do actually um, filter out. So what we even get to read, we filter out a lot. But yeah,
We'll get your
I hope you
consent.
enjoyed
We'll get your
today's
consent.
episode. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll take it into consideration. Just looking at what
Yep.
to filter. Then for everybody listening to, please, if you are writing, write more about topics. What you think? What you want us to answer.
Stuff like
You
that.
know, we
Yeah.
need more Ask the Giant. Do we have Ask the Giant this week?
Shit.
I-
Check.
Uh, Oh, we do. We do. We do.
Let's do
Let's do
that.
Ask the Giants and bounce. What's up, Giants? I hope y'all are good as usual. My Ask the Giants will be in three parts today. Part one. Before I left the country 5 years ago, I grew up in Aba. And if you visited Aba before it's before it's somehow bad roads, no jobs, government owning people, etc. There was this guy in the neighborhood that I got close to. He grew up in a poor family, and in 2017, his mother had an accident that affected her leg. He finished his work in 2019 and can't afford to go to university. I supported him by sending him money. Whenever we talk, he'll tell me how his friends have started doing fraud to survive and he had stopped hanging around them. Last year, he interned under a painter and has mastered the art of painting. Unfortunately, as a painter, you still have to wait till you get a job. At the moment, he has started POS business to survive. As his big homie, I want more for him. I've encouraged him to learn computer skills, but he said he needs money. I'm willing to pay for his classes so he can take on LinkedIn Learning and Udemy. What will you advise he does in the meantime? I've also encouraged him to join his sister in Lagos, but she said there is no space there. He tried joining one other neighbor of ours that moved to Abuja, but the guy started taking and talking from different sides of the mouth at the last minute. What do you advise? Remember, opportunities aren't much like that in Aba. It's mostly trade. Do we want to answer that first? Steve, this is right up your alley, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm, I just. So the thing, guy is a painter. You ask him to, take courses in what, like in
Hmm.
tech or something. Like he let him be whatever he wants to be. It's just about how good and how serious he wants to take it. If he's a painter, I don't think that's bad. It's just what matters is like his intention and the ambition he has for himself. That's you can't keep trying to push and push and push and pay. Like it doesn't make sense. For how many years are you going to do that? So if he's going to be a painter, you know, and that's what he wants to do. What does he need to go to the next level? To ensure that, does he need to open a social media account? Does he need to stuff like that? Like that those are the things that you think that I think that you can use to help him. How can he become a better painter, get more jobs? If you're saying the opportunity is not in Aba, to have good painting jobs. There are surrounding states in Aba, cities and towns around where he can also get opportunities and travel to go and do the painting jobs and stuff like that. So my advice is, how is he going to take his career, like his job as a professional painter, to the next level? And if possible, those are the things you can help him, the resources to get to that level. That's just my opinion about it.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Ayo, you want to add anything?
He already has a skills, already a painter. Things are not going to change overnight. He let him start with that one first. He's doing POS. Let's not try and downplay honorable work. We know that it's not going to give you it's not flashy, but you are doing something. If he puts food on his table every single day, then let him keep doing that. Then he now go. Then whenever he gets the chance to paint, he paints. The key thing is he a good painter? So that when he does one job, through referrals and everything, he can get more jobs. Then maybe can even continue to perfect his trade or his craft, and then that becomes before his trade that becomes very big, and it now becomes one of the biggest painter, one of the most known painters in Aba. So yeah, he's doing something. As long as he's putting food on his table, then there's no wahala.
I guess he's trying to say that, he's not seeing jobs, so he wants to push him into something else. I think for like learning things on LinkedIn Learning or Udemy, I think it boils down to the person. Is he interested in it? Does he have a flair for it? It's not everybody. You can't tech solution your way out of
Yeah,
everything. You know, and maybe he takes an assessment. If he does well at the assessment, then there's potential for him to do it. If not, not everybody wants to do or can even learn software development, web development, or software engineering rather. Web development or software engineering rather. So that's one thing. You test out, give him an assessment. If you can't, you know that okay, he's more of hard skills, right? And he already has a vocational skill, which is painting. So let's think in line of that. If we want to go through the painting, that skill that he has, what other opportunities can we look for there? That's what we should start looking for. But I do agree that he needs to leave Aba. Just opportunities by proximity is a thing. It's a thing. So whether he wants to come to Lagos or he wants to
it's
move to
true.
ABJ,
That's true.
that's fine. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to live there and come to where the opportunities are abound.
Yeah,
O-
yeah.
All right. The second thing, I'll be coming to Nigeria in December. Please, what affordable restaurants, event centers, museums, etc. can I visit? Can you please tell me the price range as well? I hope you guys do a live show. I like to play football with you guys, see you guys if possible. I know Baba AOT2 will be busy. Since you mentioned AOT2, is him I'm also directing this question. This is the man about town.
I in the
Hit me
outside.
up. Hit me up on Instagram. I have book restaurants booked smart according to your budget. Anyone you want. If you want to dine with a view of private jets, there's a restaurant for you. And if you want normal our boys, maybe they manage and they go a day. So I don't know your pocket. But since you're abroad and the foreign, the exchange rate is in your favor, then don't worry. Don't worry. We have the ones for you.
All right, you've heard from the CEO of Asun and Yogurt Town Planning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. And I don't think are there museums? Is it still the same National Museum, right?
There's
I
National
mean, you
Museum
can go
now. What's it called?
to
Where's the National Museum?
Opposite
at
Mission Center now.
Onikono.
Okay, okay, okay,
Beside
okay.
TBS.
Well,
Yeah. But he can go to Nikkei Art Gallery, right? At Lekki. You can go to Nikkei Art
Yeah,
Gallery.
yeah.
You
You can go
definitely
there.
need to go watch Femi Kuti and Madi Kuti perform at the Shrine on
Mm-hmm.
Sundays.
and there will be some
Definitely.
amazing theaters in this December.
Yes.
Watch out for them.
So I think Muson Center and Terra Culture, check out their Instagram pages. They're going to have some
Yeah,
really good shows as well. That's
yeah,
that's a solid suggestion, Steve. Yeah. I think those are some of the exciting things you can do. And it's always good to go with somebody, to
yeah,
just
yeah,
make it
sure.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, part three. How do you interact with people at an event that you don't know? I don't force myself on people or in people's conversations either. What do you do if you're trying to interact with someone or even ask the person a question and the person is rude? Keep up the good work and don't forget to recommend a movie or a show. Recommend a show. I recommend Farsi. It's called Fake Farsi. It's on Amazon Prime. It's about fake currency in India. I think it's like 8 part series. I totally enjoyed it, guys. Have you guys watched it?
No,
At all? No, no,
I
no.
should watch it. It's real good Indian accent. Like I don't watch a lot of Indian series or whatever. This one, mwah, you love it. It's like crime, but there's a bit of comedy in there, so you laugh.
yeah. Conversation starters. I is a life hack. Like having it and knowing how to like start conversation with people, random people you've never met before, people from like other sectors or genres of life, right? Is a life hack. If you're having any difficulty, it's something you can just go watch some YouTube, videos about how to like start conversations with people. But like Osagie said, although it's not like sometimes that simple because sometimes people are not ready to talk, especially if it's not a networking event. Maybe it's at the airports. Like it's something I do, and I practice it a lot. I do it a lot because I engage in conversations with people at the airports, like places. I just go, especially if you're like in the same space. We just start talking. So it's very very important. I've met awesome people there. Yeah, like Osage said, it's simple. Just be confident about yourself. Walk up to people and just talk to them. Be clear and concise, and that's it.
Yeah. I think another way to always like start off conversations is always giving like advice and tips, like
Yeah,
funny advice and tips,
yeah,
and it can just be random things. Random things. People love help. So when you offer that, they are like more receptive to speaking to you. So you can always take that approach as well. All right, man. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. Yes, yes, y'all. Iron Steve, what's up? What's happening this week? What are you guys? What do you guys have planned for December? I feel you are going to be out and about,
I don't know
man.
yet. Oh. I really don't know.
Yeah. You have
I,
plans
I
with
I have
you
nothing
have
planned
plans with
yet.
who? Oh my god.
I should be out and about anyway. Oh, I have plans. I have plans. Yes, 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 yes. I just remembered. I have plans. Yes.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a
Yeah.
political question. That's a highly political question. Uh-huh.
Solid, solid,
Yeah,
solid. Have
yeah,
fun,
yeah,
have
yeah.
fun, have fun,
But
have fun.
Empire is having something on Thursday. They're having a party on Thursday, so I'm obviously going to be
Steve,
there.
what about you, man? What's this December like?
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
be at home. I'm reading, drinking alcohol, sleeping, working.
That's all.
That's it.
That's all. That's
That's all.
all.
That's
That's
all.
all.
I'm
Before you
working
know
too
it, bang,
at
bang,
home.
bang. You don't
January will
enter
kill
That's
us
all.
January
Look.
both,
again.
I swear.
It's that first week of January is always
Bro,
the most depressing. That this whole thing has ended
this
again.
has ended again. You know.
You know.
Uh, but guess what? That's the best time to shop because
Facts,
people are
facts,
not
facts
around.
only,
yeah,
facts
yeah,
only. And
yeah.
shout out to Adeayo, the music journalist at
Yeah,
Pulse, who has kicked off um facts only
Facts
show
only.
again.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out to him. Shout out to him. He reached out to me, we talked about it, and I watched a couple of his
yeah, yeah, yeah.
of it
continuing the
as well. And
legacy.
yeah,
Of,
and he just fit right in. He
yeah,
just fit right
yeah,
in.
yeah.
He
The
just fit right in.
legacy.
So it's amazing that it's one of the longest running web shows, because the show, right?
Yeah,
One of
it
the
is.
longest running web shows.
Yeah, with three
From
hosts.
It's true. It's true.
2014.
Yeah.
So it's 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years. 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
October
longest
2014,
running.
right?
Yeah, it's the longest running web
Yeah.
series. Is
Mm-hmm.
it?
Music, at least music oriented web series in.
Nah, fuck that. Everything, bro.
Oh, it's true. Yeah. So
Okay. Ayo.
That's true.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Another flower, another feather in our cap. Thank you very much.
You
Thank you very
know.
much.
Bro, bro,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
bro.
yeah. That's true.
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
That's
That's true.
that's crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. Today was the first co-host. Yeah,
It was actually the first. Yeah, 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 yeah.
that's dope. That's dope. All the producers on the back, yeah. Did it, I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true. Who caught and joined? That's true. That's true. Guys, pe- peace.
All right, man. Peace out.
Yes, we're still recording. If yes, we're still recording. If this was the Fergie era, you know what um Fergie did to two other players, Kieran Richardson and Welbeck. That's what
Oh
we would
my
have done to Rashford.
God.
Rashford would have been out. Rashford would have been out. There are two players in Arsenal. There are two players in Arsenal I watch, and when I'm watching them, I'm just thinking,
Bro.
why does Rashford play like this? What's his name? Bukayo Saka and Trossard and no, not even Saka. Sorry, because me, I like AC energy. It is Gabriel Martinelli and Trossard. When they are playing like this, I go just dey look say, hey, see player Martinelli. The only thing in Martinelli's brain is I need to get this ball into the post and get a goal. I don't think that's the same thing that happens to
What
Marcus
next week? You
Rashford.
guys will lose
Mar-
next week. Don't worry.
Rashford has two stinker
See,
games
I
and
watched
he
that match
peels off.
yesterday.
Why?
First of all, if Marcus Rashford knows he wants to go to PSG, let him go. I'm tired of this bullshit. That's my guy. But if you cannot fucking track back on your own channel, then get the fuck out.
I don't
Please.
understand why a player is moody. Why
Please.
is a player moody? You get paid
Yeah.
350,000 naira, I say naira, 350,000 pounds a week. Why are you moody? You do not deserve to be moody.
See, you don't have time to exert yourself on the pitch, but you're going to 21 Savage's concert and birthday. Come on now. See, bro, there was one ball like this he had yesterday. Wabisaka don't overlap. Pass to him, the guy go to pass as if say Wabisaka dey the end of the road.
I don't understand why he's
Ah,
playing football like he has won 5 Ballon d'Or. Like, what the fuck is wrong
I
with him?
remember
He's my
now.
guy. I like him a lot, but
I,
bro.
I they watch that boy yesterday. I just they watch him. Those boys, okay, you don't even have the skill level, the energy, the
Bro, the problem is with Rashford
yes,
is that
the energy, no energy.
look at see, look at Rashford yesterday. Yeah, he's that confidence thing is too much on him. Once he misses once like this, then he's moody already. He just goes off. Bro, there's one he had yesterday, very early on. Very early on, you've beaten the first player. Pass. You wanted to beat the second player, enter the box. Why? Why you play like a why you play like an AFCON winger? Yeah, you play for Congo Brazzaville. I think Ten Hag, first of all, Ten Hag was pissed first of all. Because he benched him in 60th minute, like, no, this is not even. Anthony did more than him. Anthony did more than Rashford yesterday on that pitch. Oh, did you see the clip? Did you see the clip where Ten Hag was screaming at Marshall?
Yes,
There's like, bro,
I
what
heard
the
he wants
fuck are you
you know
doing?
what, this is not
his,
a sports
his ball
podcast.
application, like when you see Saka apply the ball,
Yes, now.
the way Saka like
Yes,
when you see Saka apply the ball, you see Rashford.
I
You
don't
like,
know why some
how
and they
this
want to
nigga
give
see
him a
what's in the
year and a
happen?
year
How's your
extension.
football
That's the
education?
rumor now.
Everything must not be run and shoot.
Of course, when see the people I hate most in Manchester United, right, are those bloody romantic British fans that think this is the era of King Arthur.
Yeah.
That King Arthur will come down.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sorry,
yeah.
Sorry. Don't let's go on a rant.
we're out.
Wow,
Finally out.
guys. Bye.
Sorry, we're out.